Happy Sunday. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey there, besties. A shout out to all of y'all that are here. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Yeah. Like Amina said, what did you just say? You said something in the comments. Hold on. You know they hate facts. They act like boiling water was poured on them. Like feeling fire in order to know that fire is hot, child. These people crazy, child. I'm not going to talk about this woman, but she sound crazy. So we got to talk about it. Because, you know, there's always these people that be coming for CGA. And I know that him and MTR were going through something. I don't know if it's still a thing or not, which I think is, you know, I thought it was unnecessary, honestly, but you know, whatever, get some content, right? But you know, people gonna live however they gonna live. They gonna go do what they gonna do. And my thing is always, as long as you ain't asking the rest of us for nothing, do what you want. Whatever happens, deal with it. Whatever you're getting your ass into, whatever it is that you getting your ass into, make sure you have a plan to get on out of it, because we do not care. We do not care, okay? And I don't think that CGA asks anyone for anything, right? And yet we always see all these biatches. Shout out to the video from this morning. There's always biatches whining and crying and, oh my God, I can't do it, or it's all you ninjas' fault. It's all you ninjas' fault, of course. Shout out to the Sassy Straights. You know it's always your fault. Shout out to Jermaine. It's always your fault. So I feel like this might kind of be a ladies' night episode, but I kind of directed it to the main event, as CGA would call it. Oh, I got to tag him too. But anyway, so I got some other things, of course, to show y'all, and then we'll get into it, and then tonight's conversation. Because there's never any shortages of tonight's conversations, okay? Shout out to CIP if y'all were there last night. I swear he was on until like 5 in the morning EST. Came on at like 10:45. I rolled over. He was still on. I went back to sleep. I rolled over. He was still on. Playing video games. I was like, okay, I can't do it. I can't do it. Shout out to him, though. Shout out to him. Before we get into it, though, let me give you a tether update. No, not on Trinidad. But Supreme Court is Supreme Courting. I guess that's the only way to describe it. But Haitian community in New York City reacts to the Supreme Court ruling. Child, they gotta go. The rule is they gotta go.
There's a lot of concern here in the community of Little Haiti. The big question is what comes next after the Supreme Court ruling that President Donald Trump's administration can end TPS for Haitians. The ruling, which came down yesterday, also includes TPS for Syrians coming to an end. TPS is temporary protected status. It's a legal protection that's been in place for people from Haiti for a long time now. It's due to serious danger concerns in the nation. Thursday's decision applies to about 350,000 Haitians, many who have lived and worked in the United States for years and could have American.
Is anybody out there fighting for the Haitians to stay, Bueller? You know, like they down there for the well, I don't know what they're doing now, but in Minnesota, are they over there fighting for the Haitians to stay? Okay, I'm just checking. I'm not sure. Because I'm not sure if their fight to keep illegals here is about any particular illegals or any well, these people are here, I guess, legally. But any specific type of people, because honestly, of course, I think it's because of Donald Trump. But, you know, what the hell do I know? Maybe they are fighting for them to stay. We'll see, I guess.
Children. The decision exposing TPS holders to deportation and other immigration-related complications. To get appalled.
Oh, no, they about to go now.
Also, how the Haitian community is feeling. I talked to the station manager of Radio Soleil. The Haitian radio station is a pillar in the Little Haiti community here in Flatbush, Brooklyn.
It's shocking.
I didn't even know they had a Little Haiti community. Shout out to New York. I didn't know that. Man, what's Ma'am Dammy gonna do? He over there giving up free rent now. Shout out to him.
Haitian radio station is a pillar in the Little Haiti community here in Flatbush, Brooklyn.
It's shock. It's despair. I can't believe it. Even though the majority of people saw it coming, but somehow people clung to the idea that this is just too big for it to happen. For the last 6-7 years, there's been a massive deterioration of the security situation to the point where now the country is effectively under control of gangs.
The State Department has a level 4 travel advisory in place for Haiti, meaning Americans are urged not to travel to Haiti due to risks of crime, terrorism, kidnapping, unrest, and
Anybody going to Haiti? I may have been one time on a cruise stop. Anybody been to Haiti? Anybody want to go there?
Healthcare. Assemblymember Rodney's Bashad Hermelin taking to social media, posting on X. This decision is a direct attack on immigrant families who've lived here lawfully, worked here, paid taxes, and built communities. We'll continue fighting in Congress, in the courts, and in our communities to keep families together and defend the dignity of Haitian and Syrian immigrants. There's so much concern here in Little Haiti that we
I'm sorry, y'all, to keep interrupting. Isn't that where Rolly is from? Haiti and his people?
couldn't get anybody who identifies as a Haitian living here in the United States on TPS to talk to us on camera. Stephanie Bertini, Fox 5 News.
They didn't.
There's a lot of
said, no, we ain't coming on camera. I really feel like that's where Rolly is from, or his family, or however you want to look at it.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber. What did I see?
Child, shout out to Dallas for the jewels. I appreciate you, boo. I don't know. Good luck to the Haitians, though. Isn't that where we got it? They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats from, I believe. Anyway, moving on, child. Moving on to this heifer right here. I don't know what's wrong with these women, right? So Brooke George flew to Dubai for a man she met online. Now she's facing the firing squad. Why? I'm sure these people look into everything about said country that they're visiting before they go. What is the problem? What could Brooke have possibly done? I don't know. I just found this article from Ball Alert. It says Brooke George, a 23. Child, what was y'all doing at 23? For those of y'all that are not a za, what the hell was y'all doing at 23? Was y'all flying to Dubai? It probably didn't exist. Were y'all flying to Thailand, Fryland, and any other land, child? Because this 23. Brooke George, 23-year-old British influencer from Gravesend, Kent. The hell is that? Is sitting in Dubai jail cell facing a firing squad death penalty after a man she met online ended up oh no. You was clubbing, mothering. Exactly. I'm like, wait, what are y'all doing? I'm just being a mother. They over here going to Dubai. Now they're in the firing squad. I guess we're supposed to care, right? I don't know about y'all. Road tripping. Exactly. To California, not to do friggin' buy. What the hell? The story reads like a warning label for the entire social media generation. Oh yeah, that's definitely the Z's. She connected with a 26-year-old British man on Facebook, fell into an online romance and boarded a flight. Goodbye. OMG. Y'all are so dumb. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Y'all are so dumb. How many times do these stories need to be shown, said, written, viewed before these people get a freaking clue? Look, Cher over here, 23 and working 3 jobs. Child. The stories reads like a warning label for the entire social media generation. She connected with a 26-year-old British man on Facebook, fell into an online romance, and boarded a flight to the United Arab Emirates to meet him in person. What started as a dream trip has turned into a fight for her life. According to the human rights group Detained in Dubai, which is now campaigning on her behalf, she traveled to the city twice. The first visit lasted about a week, and she described it as the time of her life. There was one detail that looked glamorous at the time and reads very differently now. A professional bikini photo shoot her new partner arranged during the first trip. Now, you know damn well women cannot show themselves in Dubai. By the second visit, the group says the relationship had curdled into something controlling and frightening. She probably one of these people that would say that men are no good and you need to decenter men and how could you, and men are dangerous and the patriarchy and the misogyny. You know how it goes. The allegations laid out but detained in Dubai and by Brooke George's own family paint a disturbing picture, and it is worth being clear that these claims come from her side while the case has only just begun. They allege the man became abusive. Of course he did. Booked her only a one-way ticket, and of course she didn't notice that, and withheld her passport because of course she gave it to him. She reportedly told friends that things were not right. Her mother, Teresa George, said that in the days before the incident, her daughter went quiet and did not seem like herself. The night everything changed, the couple reportedly went out to a bar in the Jamarai village area. What happened after they returned is the heart of the case. Brooke George says the man assaulted her and that when she went back to the apartment to recover her passport so she could fly home, she was punched hard in the face and attacked again. In that moment, she says she grabbed a kitchen knife and acted in self-defense. The man died. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh my child, they must think they in Frisco, Texas or something, child. What do you think? Where do you think you at? Remember we did that one story in Abu Dhabi where the girl went, of course, being a whore, and then they tossed her over the side of a construction site or something, and like her back was broken, stuff like that. How many times do they need to be seeing these stories? The lure of the love of money is more important than your life and your safety. I'm confused. I'm confused as to why we're supposed to give a damn. You wanted to go over there because you wanted to be a whore and probably wanted money as well. I mean, it is Dubai. And somehow, some way, when you're over here in the United States of America, talking about men ain't ish, they don't do shit, they ain't worth shit, they are shit, and all that shit, right? Then you turn around and think that because it's somebody someplace else, so you should go over there by yourself. Now, listen, I'm a proponent of traveling by myself, but I'm also 55. Shout out to me. I'm a senior citizen. You're 23. You don't know shit. I know. They know everything. Somebody will come through and say, their brain is not fully developed. It's developed enough to know that you done found somebody online and that you wanted to go over to Dubai to go and what? Knit. What you think you're going over there for? What y'all think you're going over there for? Just to say, hi, I just wanted to see you, see if you're a real person. We know what you're going over there for, Heffa. Okay? You don't be knowing these people. You think that you just, when they say that, women think that they've opened up all these options because of the internet and then go straight ahead into these dumbass situations that don't make any sense. That's absolutely true. A man here is different than a man there. Not makeup or anything like that. The laws in Dubai are very, very different than the laws in the United States of America. Y'all can run off at the mouth here. Y'all can sit up here and accuse these men, unfortunately, and unfortunately, it probably is not going to be good to him, whether it's true or not. Over there, women are not, number one, they ain't in no equality. They don't give a damn about you. Your version of shit typically don't mean shit. Hell, from what I understand, even if they see the shit, your version don't mean shit. It's about what he will say, what they think as far as him. They value men over in Dubai. Which is why when they're talking about, oh, she was up there in a bikini, I'm like, wait a minute. I know they don't like that either. They don't like women showing themselves off. Do these people check the countries before they go? Do these people, like they just said that Haiti has a level 4, so it's probably not a good idea to go there. Do they just be like, you know what, child, I'm going to just go. Let me just go ahead and get a plane ticket. I'm going to go. I ain't going to look into nothing. I'm not going to check on nothing. I'm going to just go. Then end up dumb situations like this. Then going to be looking for the United States embassy or whatever at some point, I'm sure, to come and help her out. Is the man deceased? I thought he just died. I ain't know she did it. Girl. I agree. I don't think so either. And it's one thing when you're stepping off of a ship, right? That's one thing. And you probably shouldn't go far off of the subscribed or the excursions that they have. And if something is wrong, they will divert and go to a different country. But it's when people just veer off into the real, because I just saw somebody talking about something like this. And when I was perusing this morning, that when people think that everything is everything in the resort area, basically, where everything is everything and they keep everything cool, clean, calm, and beautiful and wonderful because they want you to come back. But when you actually go into the actual town, it's a lot different than what you see when you're on a trip on a resort. Child, these people ain't got no clue. They don't be paying attention to nothing, or they see some influencer. She went and she was okay. I saw her going. She had a good time. Look at what she got. Listening, looking, and following people that you don't know in real life, that you can't get in touch with, you can't talk to, near nothing. Child, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Oh, I do know what's wrong with y'all. But, you know, y'all gonna do what you want to do. And I am a firm believer in y'all doing what you want to do, because this is what y'all wanted. You wanted equality. You didn't want no man to tell you what to do. But it sounds like that he was paying for that damn ticket and everything, I'm sure, which is the other sign of, girl, you're going to have to do something strange for a piece of change. I'm pretty sure you know that. And from what I understand, like we know, what is it called? Dubai or whatever. Child, I don't even care. Good luck to her, but whatever. We'll see if we can keep an eye on that. Not that I care, because I don't. Moving on to some more man bashing. Maybe I should have called this or not too man bashing. Okay. This heifer right here is saying, this is Mama Liz. This is 2026. Women are doing for themselves and decentering men. This decentering men thing. I looked it up on TikTok. Woo! I'm gonna bring you some videos about that. All right, so let's hear it.
What happened, ladies? So sad. Hard days work and men have no one to cook for them. Let's look at the comments. Anyways, I recently became a doctor as a single mother and a grandmother, and my parents were there with me. Anywho, I closed on my first house at 26 years old. I'm launching my business at 52. I just finished RN school at 57. Just opened up my new law firm. Anywho, I went from Yale hospital janitor to doctor, just matched at Yale anesthesiology program. Hey y'all, it's my birthday at 42. Anyway, here's me visiting my 26th country at 24. Anyway, my divorce just got finalized at 23. Anywho, I will be 6 months post-kidney transplant on the 22nd. Sorry, I was busy giving the commencement speech at graduation. And then somebody posted that, and the creator was like, wow, there's a male loneliness epidemic for a reason. Women don't give a shit. If you're lonely, even if you're married, and a woman is doing all of these feats, did you see those comments? They're busy. They're busy doing for themselves. You can make your own food at home too. What?
Wow. You ninjas you sassy straights can make your own food at home, okay? Now, how they jumped from this into all that, I don't know. I don't see the jump correlation, but okay. My apologies, Queen of Vibes, the only Gen Z that we acknowledge. Oh, her and Celine. She says, all that forehead, but no working brain. Girl, that goes right along with this damn story, okay? Because look at this place, first of all. Hold on. Look at this place. First of all, because of what it seemingly looks like it's just a place where you get something to eat. It looks like it might be a place in the hood because of the lottery tickets at the end. So they can't be going to get something to eat just because they want to go get something to eat. That's it. So now they got to talk all this smack about, oh, look what I'm doing. I got a job. I got this. I got that. So this is what I say about this. This is you decenter men, but you're always worrying about what men are doing. No hood bashing. Okay. I was trying to be nice. You see, we don't care about what men are doing. We decenter men. And yet here you are under this post of these men minding their business. They just over here getting something to eat. Maybe they wanted some yin yang food. That's what we used to call it in the day. No offense. Maybe they just wanted some Asian cuisine. And heifers, do y'all make that? I don't. So you're going to have to, listen, we're going to have to go out if that's what you want, because I don't make it. I mean, I can learn. If you need it that bad, I can learn. But honestly, I don't do that. So what is the big deal? How does this turn into male loneliness epidemic because they see 3 or 4 men in line to get something to eat? I'd just be so confused how they be making this leap. These women think that they are God's gift, I'm telling you. But if you don't want or like men, I'd be so confused as to why you would even give a damn or would be on this daggone post to even say anything. It's to be what I always say, negative, chaotic, combative, difficult. You know what I mean? That's a good point, Tadisha. They could be getting lunch from when taking a lunch break. That could be them taking lunch at the corner store in the neighborhood, because it do look like a corner store, in the neighborhood that they're working in. It could have been anything. They make the jump to the male loneliness epidemic with all these biatches that I'm gonna keep showing y'all crying on the internet. All these bitches is doing is crying. Oh my God, I gotta take care of my kids. Yes, you do. Oh my God, I gotta pay the bills. Yes, you do. Oh my God, I gotta do this every day. Yes, you do. Yes, that's what you do. You're an adult. Grow up and shut up. Just like you could carry your ass on over to Dubai. And mind you, you're not doing too much adulting by checking into what the hell it is that you're doing, but you're grown enough to go over to Dubai. You're grown enough to handle those situations, whatever it might be. If that's the case that you're about to be in front of the firing squad, handle it, child. Handle it. Because if it was the other way around, and they put this girl here, put up the post with a man who's about to go through the firing squad, possibly over in Dubai, they'd be in these comments saying the same damn thing. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. But they'd be looking for all this empathy and sympathy once they get into trouble. Because I'm a woman. How could you do this? I am a woman. Girl, how we know that? And second of all, you an adult. You're an adult first. You are an adult first. And you don't want nothing to do with men. You can't stand men. You decentering men until they need something. Shout out to the heifer on the side of the road. Moving on though, child. Moving on to this LTM right here. So this one says, a lot of straight men don't love women. They hate them. They want access, bodies, labor, and loyalty. It's going to be a show today, y'all.
Something is deeply wrong with the heterosexual men. They hate women. They want the woman to cook for them, clean for them, have sex with them. But they don't want to respect them. They don't want to provide for them. They don't want to be loyal to them. And we can't say these men are gay undercover, because gay men are loyal to women. They love women. They compliment women.
Gay men are loyal to Gay men are loyal to women. Okay. Are they marrying these women? Are they caring for them? No. So just because they're loyal in their bullshit and what they say, so that's what you consider loyalty to be? If I complain and you agree with me, then I love you. Child.
They're always around women, but something's deeply wrong with the conscious mind or the subconscious mind of the heterosexual man. And then you allow these women to have your children, and then you scream you hate them, and then you leave them, and then you don't provide for them, and then you get older, and then you go after a woman half your age, and then you break that woman, and then when she gets to the age around 29 to 35, you call her bitter and ran through because you chose a young woman that trusted you, maybe because she had father issues, and you broke her. You men hate women. But you want these women to have your children. You want them to be 100% loyal to you. And then you start to complain about providing. And then you tell a woman she should meet me where I'm at. What the heck is wrong with you men? You men deep down in your subconscious mind have been programmed to hate women. And the bad part about it, your sons are learning not from what you say, but what you do. So the way you disrespected their mother, the only example of a man they had was you. Now they're breaking their women. And the cycle repeats. Who really benefits from this? All praise is due to the Most High. Something is deeply wrong with.
Oh, goodness gracious. Sassy Straights, is this what y'all are doing? Is this what y'all are doing? Sherry said, why is he in bed? Girl, this is the equivalent of women in the car as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. But he sounds like Funky. You know, Funky Dineva that says, I'm telling you, the black community, the problem with the cancer in the black community is black straight males. Black straight males. Because the ABCDs are all okay. Because you know what Obama said. They should be coming into y'all's households to help you raise your sons, not your daughters. Even if you have a husband, you should be bringing them into your home just in case they are non-binary. Just in case they may have questions about being ABCD. You should have a gay in the home. This is what y'all's forever president says, and nobody bats an eye about it. You ain't got this nigga laying in bed talking about y'all ain't shit. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. You're ruining these women. It's not like they're not making their own decisions, like the woman that ran over to Dubai. Is that his fault that she said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go to Dubai with no one to go F some man that I know from social media? So nobody wants to talk about the decisions that these people make. So if a man does get to a certain age and he does end up messing with a person that's half of his age, is she not making a decision to mess with him? Because I don't think he said 4. So then that means that she's making those decisions. But it's always absolve these biatches.
The heterosexual men, they hate women.
Y'all hate women.
They want the woman to cook.
Oh my God. Y'all want your wife or your significant other to cook for you? How dare you want the person in the home that you have to protect to make some damn food?
For them, clean for them.
You clean the whole ass house. You know, the house that you might live in now, whether it's an apartment or not, you clean that house and you cook there, but then you get with someone that you could allegedly care for and love. I'm assuming, right? Because I don't know how y'all do it now. And then when you get there, you think that that absolves you from cooking and cleaning. So now all of a sudden, because you live with a man, you don't cook and clean. When you live by yourself, you cook and make it make sense. I'm confused. So do you really even like that man? At the end of the day, that's how I look at it. Do you even like that man? Because how come you mad about something that you already do? Or do you not eat? Or do you be standing in the chow line that we'll call that last video? Do y'all be standing in the chow line?
Have sex with them.
Well, why are you with him if you don't want to have sex with him? I'm confused. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Well, why are you there? You just there to be an ornament? You don't want to cook, you don't want to clean. You don't want to have sex. What are you there for? You just need a place to stay? Are you a bum? That's what it sounds like to me. Maybe it's just me. Are you a bum? You just need a place to stay? So this nigga said he will take you in, so you just gonna go. Then you get in a situation like the girl in Abu Dhabi or Dubai, and then you got to defend yourself against them. Then you go and take them out, and then you think somebody's supposed to come and say, oh my God, it's not her fault. I'm trying to understand when these women are responsible for their adult decisions.
But they don't want to respect them.
Y'all don't want to respect women. You sassy straights, all of y'all. Y'all ain't shit. You need to start respecting these women.
They don't want to provide for them.
Y'all don't want to provide. Well, what are y'all doing? Sassies, what are y'all doing? Y'all just be treating these women so bad. It ain't right, child. I mean, they're forced to stay. They're forced to deal with it. They're forced into all of this. It's like modern day slavery, child. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit.
They don't want to be loyal to them, and we can't.
And y'all don't want to be loyal? Oh, no. Y'all ain't shit. What do you want? What do you want? They're here. They're here in front of your face. What more do you want? And like me and Trinidad was talking about yesterday, as long as they got box, what more do you want? That's it. Ciao. Shout out to Wombat. Thank you, Boo. He said, I haven't even poured my coffee and found out I'm lonely and dislike women. What the hell? Yes. Okay. You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to let y'all sassy straights know what you are. Okay. Because clearly y'all are missing a meeting. I go to the meetings. I give you the information. Y'all need to straighten it up in SYCBM.
Say these men are gay undercover because gay men are loyal to women. They love.
Oh, maybe he is ABCD. Now that he's saying ABCDs are loyal. Unbothered movement. Thank you so much for the floating hearts. Maybe he is. He on Funky Dineva time.
Women. They compliment women. They're always around women.
So straight men don't compliment women. I get compliments all the time. What is wrong with y'all that you don't get compliments? I'd be confused. Where are y'all at? Where the hell are these heifers at that they don't get compliments? All it is complaint after. Where's RBN? Pissed at this. You're pissed at that. I need to pull that and put it as a drop. You're pissed. You're always pissed. That's what I'm hearing right now.
But something's deeply,
if we trust this man anyway,
wrong with the conscious mind or the subconscious mind of the heterosexual man.
Damn, something wrong with y'all's conscious mind, your subconscious. If y'all don't go get some help, if y'all don't go find a counselor, a doctor, get some medicine or something, and get your shit together.
And then you allow these women to have your children.
You allow these women to have your children? Oh, aren't y'all nice to allow these women to have your children? Now, how the hell are they having your children if they ain't then fucking you? Sorry, it's Sunday. My bad. Forgive me, Lord. Let me calm down. How they getting pregnant? How they getting pregnant if y'all treating them so bad? Oh, you decide to stay. Oh my God, it came up over here. That's so cute. Thank you, Kofi. A stay hydrated turtle. I saw that one. Thank you, hon. I appreciate you. That's so cute. How they getting pregnant? There's a lot of immaculate conceptions going on. Clearly, y'all ain't shit. You allow them to have your children. Shout out to Black Men Kings. I appreciate you, honey. Says the clown that AB a woman, but he says that we don't like women. Yada is more of a panda bear than Umar. Wow. I've never heard of this person before. I didn't know. So he had a woman get an AB, a Roe v. Wade, and now he out here talking ish. Are you kidding me right now? Wow, the nerve and the audacity.
Children, and then you scream you hate them, and then you leave them.
Wait, men be screaming that they hate women? I feel like all I hear are women screaming that they hate men. Is it just me? Oh, he has DV charges. Okay. So anybody hear men running around here saying, I hate women, decenter women, the matriarchy, misandry, you know, that's my word. But I do hear patriarchy, toxic masculinity, misogyny, and all the decenter men. We don't like men. They're good for nothing. But in the words of Brandon Jamal, y'all stay getting pregnant.
For the tip.
Then you don't provide for them, and then you get older, and then you go after a woman half your age.
You don't provide, then you get older. How are y'all keeping these women? I'm so confused.
And then you break that woman, and then when she gets to the age around 29 to 35, you call her bitter and ran through.
Bitter and ran through. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop making these bitter and ran through women. Y'all gotta stop. Shout out to Dane C. I appreciate you. He said, Mrs. Hyena Slayer, salute. Shout out to you. Shout out to Ali Yai. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
Because you chose a young woman that trusted you, maybe because she had father issues, and you broke her.
Maybe. Let's pull out a maybe she had father issues. Maybe she's just stupid or dumb. Shout out to dummism, all 2026. Maybe she's just desperate. Maybe she's settling, child, because, you know, nobody settles, but everybody seems like they settling. At the end of the day, when all of you biatches are talking about the man got to make more, he got to step up, it's not right, it's not fair, oh my God, you're poor, you're a bum, crusty, oh my God, crusty, ashy. I'm not going to settle. No settling. I'm not going to settle. No settling. Not going to settle. No settling. Not going to settle. No settling. Not going to settle. Hey, not going to settle. Got a new song, y'all. Anyway. Got it. Settling. Not going to settle. No settling. Not going to settle. No settling. Not going to settle. Hey, not going to settle. Oh my God. All this non-settling, but there's a lot of settling going on. Shout out to the girl from yesterday, 23 years of forever side chick.
You men hate women.
You hate women.
But you want these women to have your children. You want them to be 100% loyal to you. And then you start to complain about providing. And then you tell a woman she should meet me where I'm at.
Meet you where you at? Where you at? Starbucks? I'll meet you. Where you at? Castro's, Pastros, or Mastros? I'm not going to Applebee's. I'm not going to meet you at Applebee's. I'm not. Waffle House, though.
What the heck is wrong with you men?
What is wrong with y'all? I be trying to find out what's wrong with y'all. There's something wrong with y'all.
You men deep down in your subconscious mind have been programmed to hate women. And the bad part about it, your sons are learning not from what you say, but what you do.
Who programmed y'all though? That's why I'm confused. Who programmed y'all? Y'all are being programmed. Who programmed y'all?
So the way you disrespected their mother, the only example of a man they had was you. Now they're breaking their women.
Wash, rinse, repeat.
And the cycle repeats. Who really benefits from this? All praises due to the Most High. So
he really ended it with all praises due to the Most High. After all that foolishness. Is he ABCD or is he just talking ish? Like he's an ace and a Derek Jackson, which I just saw a video of Derek Jackson. That man is swole. Ooh, Lord help your people. Is this y'all's fault? This must be y'all's fault. I know y'all seen this. This must be y'all's fault. I hate to play it, but just want to see if this is you, Sassy Straits' fault. Okay?
Shut the fuck up, I'll beat you right to the ground, bitch. Because you the one that started it, bitch. That big black ass. Get the fuck off me.
Let's get some shit started.
Now, what in the hell? Now, what in the hell? Somebody sat up here and thought that shit was cute and funny and put it on damn internet and then allowed that child, first of all, most importantly, in my opinion, is to cuss at the adult. You know, and I'm not saying it's okay. If you over here and you going through something, because they're too young for this, clearly, too young for this, but just say that it was a little bit older and you was going back and forth with your friend. That's one thing. First of all, they only look 4 and 5. Plus, your funky ass little gremlin is bullying another kid already. And then as soon as they call you when she goes to school in a few years, you're going to come down there and say, nah, my baby. Right? Besides the language is inappropriate, no one is saying anything, you're laughing, but you men are the problem, okay? Even though it looked like it was a woman there, her woman laughing, and clearly, single mom, I'm saying it, I mean it. But everything is y'all's fault. Because I told y'all yesterday, my granddaughter said bro to me. Child, I'm telling you, if I could have reached through that damn phone and wrung her neck, I would have slapped her in her mouth if she was in front of me. Do not ever say that to me ever again. I'm not your bro and that shit ain't cute. Imagine if they was around here cussing like this. Ooh, I'd slap their mother if that was the case. I promise you. You don't even want your children to be in a child's place. You don't even want your children to have a future. That's what I'm seeing. You would rather think that this is so cool and so cute, and then you go put it on the internet like it's funny. And then God forbid, if somebody touches her and she takes a weapon and does something and ends up in jail, then you want everybody else to come to the rescue. I know that's a reach, but I'm just saying. If you're not going to teach these kids, please just don't have any. Because most of y'all ain't taking care of them. The amount of stories that I've seen lately from women doing wrong to their kids is disgusting. It's daily, it's regularly, it's over and over and over again. It's not to say that men aren't doing things, because we know that they do, but for the most part, it's bitch after biatch, my bad, forgive me, Lord. Biatch after biatch after biatch after biatch after biatch. Always doing something to one of your own damn kids. But somehow, some way, like I always say, if you don't care about y'all's kids, I'd be so confused as to why you think the rest of us is supposed to give a damn about your kids. Yes, she did. Out of pocket. But let me let him speak.
I remember one time I used to always hear about deadbeat fathers.
Oh yeah, we just went over that, sir. Y'all are deadbeats. Just existing sassy straight, you're deadbeats.
This new day and time, this new generation, is a bunch of deadbeat mothers.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to agree with that.
Even though you women make bad decisions on laying with men and having children by them.
No, the men allow it. According to the last guy, sir, these men are allowing it.
That's the decision you made. Now you're making even worse decisions by raising your children the way they are being raised with you.
Because they want them to be their friends. They want to friend kids. They want to be their kids' friends. I don't want to be your friend. I want you to be able to come to me if you need to come to me. But please understand and know that I'm not your friend first. I'm your mother first. I'm your grandmother first. Period, point blank. And don't be disrespectful. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how old I am. You're not going to be cussing like this. You're not going to be calling me anything other than Gigi. You're not going to be calling me anything other than mommy. No, we don't play those games. Play them games with some other grandmother. Don't play them with me.
You women think this shit is cute.
They think this shit is cute. I agree.
Think it's funny and posting this shit online to get a bunch of likes and views.
What is it? Putting your kids up for sale. As far as I'm concerned, it's putting your kids up for sale. So as long as you can get some good views and get some likes, then here you go. We'll go ahead and show the ignorance of me as a parent by showing my child and how she's acting. But someone will say, who do you think you are? I'm the one that's saying that shit is not right and it's no good. That's the shit that people like Bill Cosby been trying to tell you for years. Oprah's been not Oprah, child. My bad. Felicia Rashad been trying to tell y'all. Monique has been trying to tell y'all things. Nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to listen. But no, y'all know everything, just like you know how to get over to Dubai, get your ass on out of that trouble too, okay? Because we do not care.
Y'all the most sickening ass women I've ever seen in my life, because y'all women are a fucking disgrace. Take it how you want it. but this is not the proper way to raise children.
I be confused at this point as to, is there a proper way to raise children? Because all these damn single moms, and then you want to decenter men, you don't want to have nothing to do with men, end up pregnant somehow since you don't like men, you don't care for men. Now all of a sudden you need some help, or it's not fair, or being a single mom is hard. So you didn't know that beforehand? Being a mother with a partner, significant other, a husband is hard. So you thought doing it by yourself was going to be easier. So you thought it would be easier. Okay. Child, please.
There's no way around this shit.
All right. I don't need to hear her again. And again, I'm sure you all have seen it, but then it's little black girls. Then someone at some point will say her issue is because she's dark skinned. Not right now, but later on in life. It's because when you're a dark skinned woman, no, if you're a bitch, a biatch, excuse me, which is where she's trending to like this. How the hell you think that you're going to fix this if she's doing this at this age by the time she's 13? How do you think you're going to fix this? You're not. You're not. It's ingrained in her at that point, especially if you got the parent laughing at the shit. Child, anyway, keep them gremlins away from me. Let's step into this. Remember we watched this, Maggie? Shout out to Maggie, the substitute teacher. Maggie, the substitute teacher, was on this episode. This might be Jubilee or something, I'm not sure. Where they had a discussion with feminists, this is the feminist side, and then traditional women on the other side. They were having a back and forth discussion. So one of the girls on here, the Jada Bell podcast, I don't know if y'all know her, I've never heard of her. She says, this was the most chaotic discussion I've ever been a part of and barely got to speak. So a few comments about partaking in this debate. This is the problem with female promiscuity and feminism. They disrespect men, they talk bad about them and how dangerous they are, yet they are sleeping around with them. Absolutely. A woman who's engaging in hookup culture tends to put herself in dangerous and vulnerable situations. Shout out to the girl in Dubai. The reason why the anti-feminist, us, speak so highly of men is because we're married or receive protection, care, support by the men in our lives. Abso-fucking-lutely. And the funny part is that we're wrong because we get what they want at the end of the day. Listen, we're wrong for how we feel about men because they can't get what it is that we have. Now, mind you, they don't want to listen. They don't want to change. They don't want to, try to talk to anybody. I'm going to say, Maggie, don't come to me because fuck y'all. Oh, forget y'all. I'm trying. Okay. But swear they know everything, negative about everything. And then when you hear someone is married, you're a pick-me. But I'm not on the internet crying and whining about taking care of a kid, having to work 2 jobs, not being able to pay bills. Some man then done this to me. Some man then done that to me. So they would rather have women. These are people that love women, y'all. Let's think about this for a second. These are people that are for women, allegedly, feminists. They would rather have you suffer like them. Here we go with the colored hair and all this other bullshit that I always talk about, right? They would rather you be like them and be like that to be part of this sister, whatever you want to call it, hood of feminism, right? Instead of being over here, happy, calm, money, living their life, going on vacation, chilling, not worrying about a bunch of biatches. Instead of having a calm life, they're saying that you should have a chaotic life. Make it make sense. The world right now that we're living in the Truman Show, the world right now is topsy-freaking-turvy. You're not going to take any of us off of our square. Shout out to Anton. Y'all continue to be over here looking like fools. Because again, if you don't like men and men are the problem, how the hell you come up pregnant all damn time? And that's not particularly these people right here, but we know that there be plenty. It says, this isn't pick-me behavior. This is what happens when you're healed, emotionally regulated, and are surrounded by honorable men in your life. But this isn't by default. It's by honoring ourselves as well. Men fought for women to have rights, period. To completely disregard that men allow women their rights and allow them to live as they please shows that we're not oppressed. I don't know why these heifers always be talking about how oppressed they are. Always an oppression. You can freely do whatever you want. You're freely responsible for the results, good or bad. You are freely responsible for all of those decisions that you make. You're free to make them. So if you want to go to Dubai, you were free to make that decision, weren't you? And you're free to figure it the hell out on what you're going to do over there. If you're over here freely having this kid be over here cuss at people and bully people when she end up, God forbid, pregnant at a young age or in jail or on up out of here, remember, that's your decision on how you raise that kid. Blah, 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 blah. It's disheartening to hear women completely ignore the fact that good men fight to protect us and protect our rights. One side acknowledges men for their strengths, their value, and fights for women to actually be cared for and respected, versus the other demands for respect while disrespecting the opposite gender. That is a bar. That is a bar. Let me read that again. That's actually the perfect way to put it, right? One side acknowledges men for their strengths, their value, and fights for women to actually be cared for and respected, versus the other demands for respect while disrespecting the opposite gender. And how many times do I say that? I'm like, how did these people want you to, gentlemen, sassy straights, they want you to be under their feet, do what they want, when they want, how they say, and then you're never supposed to say anything to them. That's exactly what that statement reads. And then when you don't do it, that's when you're a misogynist, the patriarchy, toxic. Now they want to toss in lonely. Child, I'm pretty sure heifers, because I know you hating hoes is listening, that they don't miss none of that chaos. I'm pretty sure they don't miss no chaos from none of y'all. People are tired. And I'm telling you also, specifically black sassy straights, you are only worth something to people like this when you are deceased or you are a criminal. Period.
Black History Month.
My bad. Let me play it.
Men will put their in what they can put it in.
And they won't stay with them, but they will marry.
She just sat here and looked at all of us and said, oh, this is what men want.
I mean, ask them.
I seem to have a problem a little bit with men, like just comments that you're making, but yet you...
I have no problem with men. I'm straight.
Well,
I love men.
I just heard like multiple just negative comments about men. Like
you
they like
do
to
realize
put their...
that men are responsible for 90% of the violent crime.
But you're sleeping with many of them.
Yeah,
so
but
do
we
like
still love men. Say, oh, I'm anti-man. I'm not.
I didn't say you were anti-man.
Men. A lot of them.
I didn't say you were anti-man. I'm pretty sure that we all
being labeled
love
as
men.
anti-man. We're not. In fact, I think feminists help men because we're trying to relieve a little bit of pressure off of them.
Like, but they're not asking you that. They would rather you just respect them. They would just rather respect. They don't care about none of the things.
Just because we don't worship men doesn't mean that we don't like them. I don't put them on a pedestal. I don't treat them like they're princes. I'm not like, oh, what great, amazing dudes. I like men just fine. I'm unfortunately straight too.
Question on this side, for especially for those of you who love men, right? Yeah. Right. What can you tell me some things you love about men?
I like men the same reasons I like women. These are all just human traits. You're funny, you're smart, you're good looking, you take care of me. I have girlfriends like that. I'm not but
we're not talking about friends.
Child, she probably 20 some odd years old. Child, I feel like she looking almost as old as I am, child.
Yeah, we're talking, because you said that a lot of people think feminists hate men. I want to know, without talking about women, only talking about men, what do you like about men?
I guess I'm trying to think about what makes men unique, though, because like,
sorry,
when I like a man, they're funny, they're smart, they're good looking.
Look at all of them on this side. Like, they don't care. Do you hear me? You went on to this show, right? I was checking a second. You went on to this show, this probably highly viewed show. I don't know if it's Jubilee or not, right? You just got on any old thing. All of them looking any old way. Even the host, right, looks like the people on the right-hand side. Just demure, just chill, just decent. Just, it's like minimal. A minimalist, I would call it. These people are doing all this because they got to be seen. They're doing all this because they got to be seen. They got to be different. They got to be outward. They got to be out there. They got to be, boisterous, I guess you would call it. You got this one looking like she part Britney Spears, part Dallas Cowboy cheerleader child. You got this one with her pink hair. What did I tell you about these hair colors? This one got some hair crazy color or whatever. She got a t-shirt on that she probably rolled out of bed. This looked like pajamas. This one with her torn up jeans, which I love torn up jeans, but child, this, outfit with her bra that's blue and her boobs is down there. Girl, do better. These people don't give a damn. But y'all, sassy straights, all in, are supposed to take these people seriously and think that they like men with everything that they say. They really are sitting here saying that. I like men the way I like women. They're not the same, you jackasses. I'm telling you, they want y'all, you already know what I think. They want y'all to be women, low testosterone males. Then we'll complain about the fact later on afterwards that y'all ain't got no bass in your voice. And remember that girl that said that, that came on tonight's conversation that said that her boyfriend, she wants to break up with him because some dude did something and he didn't go fight him for her. All adults, like, girl, like, he don't have nothing to lose. You don't have nothing to lose that you really want to at your age in your 30s to go out here and be fighting on the damn streets. Yeah, they look roughed up. That's a great way to put it as well.
But I could describe a woman with these terms.
Okay, so you don't think that there are things about men that are unique necessarily?
Well, I mean, I'm born straight, so I can't say like I choose to be attracted to men. Like, this is how I was born. You know what I mean?
Right. So I think that I'm sexually attracted to men. I think they're pretty much the exact same as women. But
what's going on with this clips in the hair? Like, look, I mean, maybe this is a bad pause. How old are you, girl? Like, these people are probably like 20 some odd years old.
If I were choosing like to hang out with someone one-on-one, I'd probably pick a woman because I'd probably be safer.
Let me tell y'all something. I would never. No shade to the MSDs. Y'all are all cool and good, and you know I love you to death. But when it comes to who the hell I would rather hang out with for a night, hell no. Hang around with a bunch of bitches? Hell no. Especially if they chaotic like this. Now, obviously, I would choose people who got some damn sense. Ain't no way that I would be around, hang out, know anybody that looks or act like this. Thank you, Smokey, for the jewels. Appreciate you. Ain't no way. So that you could be out all night and all they do is talk about, oh, look at that man. He thinks he's this. Or some, I'd feel like it would go something like that. But I would never hang out with people like this. Never, ever, never, ever.
Because they probably wouldn't be trying to, I don't know, have sex with me as an ulterior motive.
So it sounds like
she thinks that shit is cute. She thinks she's winning because you all would want to have sex with them. So she thinks she's winning. Oh, isn't that cute? Okay, so now look at a couple of them. They got these, oh, those shoes are cute, girl. They got their dresses on. I think all of them have dresses on. And these are like, you know, nice long dresses. And the host, you saw what she had on. You know Maggie is going to have on a dress, right? And I don't know about the girl at the end. As compared to the ones on the other side. Now, this is what some people would say. Oh, it's colorism. They like them because they lighter skin. Say I'm lying.
Like a lot of,
but I mean, I just don't see men as like a special category that they need to be worshipped in some separate way. Like, oh, men are really the reason why I'm here.
But don't you know that?
Ma'am, they are the reason that you're here because you need sperm in order to fertilize the egg. Okay, so please stop this. So somebody said earlier, they probably hate their fathers. The way that they're talking, they probably hate their fathers. Like, what is the problem? Like, if you can allegedly, and I say allegedly, be kind and nice to women, which I don't believe at all. I'm telling you, women do not like other women. You can take it and write it in stone. Women do not like other women. It is always a competition. I don't care what they say. I'm telling you. It's all fake until they see something that they want. Because when the man finally does come along, that one of them heifers on the left like and want, and one of them other heifers have them, she going for it. Damn the sisterhood, damn the feminism. She going for it. We see it time and time again, listening to these women on the Damn Tonight's conversations. They can be up on these panels and say whatever they want. Then go over here and tell their real life stories. It'd be something totally different because they're going to go for it. Wild. Oh, there's the other girl. All right. Look, she got all black on. She got some nice shoes. Those are cute too. Oh, Maggie do have some. Shout out to Maggie. I swear I feel like I never see her in anything but a dress. Shout out to Maggie, the substitute teacher. But look, even this girl with her print on here, nice. Everybody's nice and demure. It's like a conservative look, right? It's like a conservative look on this one side. Then it's like liberal, progressive, democratic chaos on the other side. You're here, you're there, you got this, you got that. Your hair is this color, your hair is that color. They probably got nose rings and all that type of shit too. Can't even see the ones on the other end because these ones won't shut the hell up. The one next to pink hair can't even talk. The one next to her, we can't even see. They're overtaking the conversation. This is why I don't like panels that act like this, because you can't talk. Nobody got time to be arguing with y'all, trying to overtalk y'all. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Men allow you to have your rights, because if it really came down to it, they can just overpower you and take all of your rights.
Actually, I have rights because of women. I have rights because women
have rights because
me.
of men.
The reason why I'm able to vote is
You hear? She said you have rights because of men. You go, girl.
not because of men, but because of hard-working women.
And
Child, because I'm hard-working women. Who and where and how? These are people that are delusional to think that they was going to elect Cam for president. These are people that thought Cam was going to be president, child. Lord help your people. I have no doubt. But they are, Billy, but they effing. Don't forget that. Because they over here talking about, I love to have S with them. They like that part. But anything else when it comes to any responsibility or duty, as Trinidad calls it, nope, you can do it yourself. You can do it yourself. And it's like, well, why would somebody want you if everything is about you? If everything is about you, then you should be with you, in my opinion.
Who allowed it?
A few good men.
Who allowed these things to happen? Men, not a few. A lot of good men.
Men will put their dick in what they can put it in.
And you will open your legs to whoever is willing to come and open them up to that you're attracted to. Let's not get it twisted. That's exactly what they are doing. That's exactly what they do. But that's okay. And this is why this exists, because they cheapen it. And this is why people have difficulties with relationship. And I'm not saying that it just started, but the problem is that these people think that because they can have X with a man, they think that they're ruling the world. And they forget about the rest of the things that come along with being a decent woman, because they just think whorish ways. That's why it's whoredom all 2026, because being a whore is what they have as far as value is concerned, and not seeming to get that. Yeah, he will take your ass down, but will he take you down the street and to his mom? Remember that little girl who was complaining that the man will F her, but wouldn't take him home to meet his mom? That's because you're nothing but a whore for him, because you require nothing, or you run off at the mouth and you talk slick out the tongue. And in their mind, allegedly, they're going to be like, oh, I'll show you, biatch. You think you're going to tell me? You think you're going to act like this to me? Oh, I'm going to show you. And then take you down and then leave you with a wet ass and move on. And then you'll sit there for 23 years and then have to come to a panel of people who ain't got a credential enough to answer this damn question and tell you to your face you need mental health help, and expecting them to say, keep waiting for him. I say keep waiting for him. I say wait 43 years. I say wait another 20 years. I'm sure at some point he will be available for you, and then you can have him to yourself.
They won't stay with them, but they will marry.
She just sat here and looked at all of us and said, oh, this is what men want.
I mean, ask them.
I seem to have a problem a little bit with men, like just comments that you're making, but yet
I have no problem with men. I'm straight.
Well,
I love men.
I just heard.
Anyway, so it's replaying now. Ain't no point in listening to these heifers. So these conversations with these people, I don't even know how they managed to get through it. Shout out to I think his name is Jada, and the rest of them on the right hand side to sit here and be calm and listen to this. I couldn't do it. Anyway, moving on, child. Moving on. Let me bring you to this CGA stuff. This person is on the tube here. Tracy Unplugged, 7,000 subscribers or so. And this is 43 minutes. I will not be listening to this whole thing, but it says these men continue to make a mockery of single women. Do these people not realize that women are able to make their own choices? How come in one breath we do what we want, and in the next breath some man then taking advantage of you? Help me understand. How can you be strong and independent and you know everything and I am woman, hear me roar, then in the next minute some man is taking advantage of you? If everybody is so smart and they all got the education, they all got these jobs and they all make these money and they all doing it for themselves and all these women have created all this for them, how come they can't seem to get this one thing straight over here? All right. I'm going to fast forward it to, or I'm going to play it on a higher speed.
Hello, you guys, and welcome back to Tracy Unplugged. In today's video, you guys are going to get into it. There is this coach. He calls himself Coach Greg Adams. The name of his YouTube channel is called The Free Agent Lifestyle. And so today we are going to react to one of his most recent videos because he came for the aunties. And you guys know I had to react to this.
He came for the aunties. Now, who would be upset about that? Now, who would be upset about that? What, MAB Dub reacts to her? I haven't seen him in my feed in a while.
Reacted to Coach Greg Adams before. It was, I think, a couple of years ago, and I wasn't actually putting up the video footage, but I was responding to, I believe, an interview. He was on somebody's podcast or something like that. So I didn't even know that the name of his YouTube channel was called This Free Agent Lifestyle. So basically, from what I've gathered in the very little research that I did looking at his channel, he is basically promoting and encouraging men to go out, passport bro lifestyle, go outside the country, divest.
He is encouraging, not divest, he is encouraging men to go their own way and go outside the country. Oh my God. How dare an adult do what an adult wants to do?
Date non-Black women, date impoverished women who basically don't have any options. And so basically go outside the country, go to these places like Colombia, Brazil, Thailand, the Philippines, go to one of these countries, and then basically exploit these women is basically what he's encouraging and promoting over there on his channel. So in this particular video though, and that's nothing new, we all know about the passport bros, okay? We all know exactly what they're up to. They're not looking for love. They're not looking for marriage. They just go to these impoverished countries and take advantage of these women who have no options, who are willing to do any and everything just so they can get some money for themselves and for their families. So
they're willing to do anything to get for their families. So they're adults too. As long as everybody is an adult, I'd be just so confused as to what the problem is. But the thing is about CGA, when he goes to Child Asia, I'm sure he at least knows what the laws are and what's going on before he gets there, allegedly, instead of going there on the whim of some man who just sent you a one-way ticket and you went and you had no questions and you didn't care and you went to have a good time and then you ended up deleting him. Now all of a sudden it's an issue. So I think we see where the problem lies for the most part.
You're well aware of the passport bros. Nothing new there. Okay, nothing to see. But in this particular video, he is talking about the aunties, and he has come across a video of this woman, an older woman, who is basically talking about this economy and how high this cost of living is. And so,
you mean there's another woman out here talking about the high ass economy? Guess what? We all live in the same economy, but nobody ever takes that into consideration.
Of course, he's making a mockery of her, but we're going to go ahead and respond and listen to what he had to say and his advice to this auntie who's out here struggling in this economy. So let's go ahead and go over here and take a listen to what Mr. Greg Adams had to say.
Let's go take you to. She's sounding a little immature.
The next woman here that's going to talk about this.
Fair use, child. Fair fucking use. Sorry, Lord. Forgive me. I'm trying, y'all. It's Sunday. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new.
People don't want to boss up. They want to live a life of making choices independently without suffering the consequences. Nah, man, there's consequences to everything. So here we go. Is the American life becoming financially impossible? Here's a woman at the bottom of the screen. She looks like some of y'all aunties and grandmas. But let's continue.
2 kids, right? Is about $78,000. See, this is the game that the media will try to play with you to make you think in your struggle, it's you. No, boo, it's the system. Because basically the American life is becoming mathematically impossible for most Americans to even live. Right now, the American economy feels like, one of those claw machines. You see the prize, you reach for it, but that claw never actually grabs tight enough to pull it out. So I'm asking, when you hear numbers like this, do they feel realistic to you? Or does it sound like they're describing a life that most Americans will never live?
Okay, so let me just start right here.
Thank you, quality guy. I appreciate you for the jewels. Before he even starts, which I believe I saw this episode, but so because Mima wants to complain about the economy, which the economy is tough for everyone. I love how some people think it's just them and everyone else, is lucky, I guess. An economy is better when you have 2 incomes, but forget what I say. You listen to those colored different hair colored nose ring people over on the last show we was talking about. And a way that helps you cut back, but that's something that's not being done. Now, I don't know that that's the case for this woman right here, but let me just put that in there. They don't want to cut back. People still want to go to Dubai, and somebody said Jamaica a little while ago, and all these other places. Then you get off the ship and you start fighting. Why you mad after you come back from vacation is beyond me. Always pissed. Shout out to RBN. And then, of course, it's Donald Trump's fault because we've never gone through inflation before. Shout out to Generation X. We've never gone through inflation before. Maybe this is the first time that Generation Z and their selfish asses, and I know she's not, okay? But maybe this is the first time that Generation Z has ever been through the economy when it hasn't been the way that you wanted it to be. That could be. That could be. But guess what? I think it's called cyclical, if I'm not mistaken. Is ups and downs, there's ebbs and flows, and it's always going to be something at some point as you get older. So you're either going to freaking learn how to deal with it and live with it and get through it, or you always going to be on TikTok whining and complaining.
And I'm not trying to diss Auntie right here, okay? But I can guarantee you she has no man. I can guarantee you this woman does not have a man. She doesn't have a husband. She does not have a boyfriend.
So oftentimes, ladies, this will be these manosphere men talking points.
You manosphere men talking pointers.
Don't have a man. She don't have a husband, because they're trying to prove that women are struggling out here because they're single.
Women are struggling out here because they don't know how to stop spending and because they're single. Because you all are listening to pink-haired people with nose rings tell you that you could do it all by yourself. So y'all are doing it. It's not working, and you don't want to admit fault, or what you're doing don't make sense. Or it becomes too late and then no man wants you. Because like I said a second ago, it's easier with two incomes, but y'all rather sit up here and say, you got to make $1 million a month in order to date me. You can't have X until I tell you you can. And you got to do what I say when I want to say. The commanding and demanding, that's the real problem, because you don't hold enough cards and leverage to be able to do that. If you want to command and demand, you be the person with all the money. You can be in charge and you can say whatever you want. But y'all don't want that. When the times get tough, and times always get tough, right? That's when you want some man to come in, but you've been disparaging them all this time. And now all of a sudden, manosphere men just want. And if they do, let them want what they want. They adults too. Just because that's what they want, it's just say that that's true. If that's what they want, then that's what they want. Are they getting it? If this is what Mima here wants, and we're probably the same age, but if this is what Mima here wants, is she getting the results based off of the video she's making? It sounds like she's not.
If they would just get a man, get in a relationship, they would be just fine. Not taking accountability for the fact that men are out here struggling too. So what are you talking about? Just have a man. How about also taking to the fact that a lot of people are just struggling even in couple, barely able to make ends meet.
Correct. Agree. But they ain't on here on this internet every day whining and complaining about it. They are adults that go and do what they have to do and take care of their damn business instead of crying and whining and complaining all day. And definitely crying, like I said, in those damn videos that I've just come upon, where all they doing is crying, or they talking about they need a man. So why don't you just do it beforehand if you really need one? No, they would rather be whores, whore them all 2026, and then turn around later on with 15 children, say, you know what, I'm ready to get married. And then it's you gentlemen's sassy straight's responsibility to marry these people off.
Barely able to pay the bills, and they're in relationships in couples. But these men love to push their agenda that these women are struggling because they're single and they didn't choose a man. They're not in a relationship with a man. The other thing that they oftentimes will say as their talking points is, she probably was ran through when she was younger. She was probably ran through, or she probably thought that she had so many options. She didn't choose a man when she was younger. Now look at her. She's older and now she's struggling. She should have just got a man. This is the talking points of these community men all the time.
Friend, she probably got a pookie ass boyfriend at that. When I'm going to tell you that's a choice, okay? And somebody said at least her hair is real. I guarantee you for about 45 years, it wasn't real. This is when women give up. When they go natural, they've given up on life. Anytime you see a woman with a natural, she is so broke and giving up on relationships and marriages that she just said, fuck it, okay? So.
Coach Greg Adams is so stupid. Yo, he just said now she wearing a regular hair and now she's giving up on life. Come on now, sir. Come on now.
Wow. How about she is natural because she's literally talking about this economy that we're in and this high cost of living. And she has realized that she can save a ton of.
This lady is really pissed off with this video, y'all. She is really pissed off with this video. Just look at her face and her mouth and her mannerisms and everything. This video really pissed her off.
Money by just wearing her natural hair, or just by doing her own hair,
doing
her own nails, doing her own makeup. You ladies know that I have said plenty of times over here, I think you ladies need to minimalize your life. Start becoming creative.
Oh no, she's right about minimalizing life, but they don't want to do that. They're not going to do that. So how does that then become men's fault, men's problems, or anything like that? And I know that that's not what this particular lady in this video is saying, but with the videos that I've been showing y'all, they talking about y'all need to blah, 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 and blah. I want a man to pay all the bills. I want a man now that wants to pay the bills. Now I want a man that pays the bills. I'm tired of these bills. I want a man to pay the bills. You don't make that decision. You're basically saying you want someone to spend their money on you. That's what you're basically saying. Is that kind? Does that make sense? So the inverse is if men tried to say to women, you need to pay my bills, you need to take care of me, the world would explode. Say I'm lying. If you sassy straights turned around and started saying, I want you to pay all the bills and I want you to take care of me and I stay home and cook and clean. That's why they mad at, remember the chef guy on TikTok? I can't think of his name. The white man who's sitting up there cooking, taking care of the kids. He's a stay-at-home dad and all these women are mad at him. It's like, why are y'all mad? For what? That man and that woman came up with this life and it had nothing to do with the video, right? They in there talking about how he's so bad and he's wrong and he should do better. He should know better. I'm just like, what in the world? You cannot win for losing. They over there living their best life. He making money on TikTok. Now he makes more money than his wife and he gets to stay at home. It's because he said, the reason why they was mad is because he said that being a stay-at-home dad or being stay-at-home is not difficult. These women be bullshitting. And I agree. Y'all be bullshitting. Did I say that having kids is easy? It is not. However, you be acting like it's the worst thing in the world. So what the hell do y'all have kids for? And then have another and another and another. If you don't like it and if you don't like kids, why do you have them? Stop having them. I guess that's just crazy talk, yeah.
Start looking into different ways to house hack. Find roommates. Rent out a room in your house if you have a big enough house.
Who? I wish I would, child. So she said to cut back on your expenses and be creative, y'all. These are the things that you can do. So I can rent out a room to a biatch, to another biatch. Y'all seen Single White Female, right? Hell no. RBN. Hell no. No. I ain't had no strangers living in my house. Never, ever, no way.
If you have a condo and you got an extra room that you're just using as a storage or a closet, clean it out, turn it into a bedroom, rent it out. Like there's so many different ways that you ladies can make money. And as I tell you ladies all the time, the last resort, the last thing you should want to do is try to couple up with a man living in a house with a
the last thing that you would want to do is to couple up with a man. There you go. There you go. You can bring a stranger into your home. You bring another woman into your home, even though women are biatches, single white female, okay? You can come up with all these creative ways, but the last thing that you want to do, is to couple up with a man. Yeah, child, listen to her. I think you should listen to her. I agree. Don't do it. Because, child, you might end up like that girl over in Dubai. I hate to keep referencing her, but I got to, because that story is crazy.
Man in a romantic relationship. If you want to have a man in the house, I tell you ladies all the time, live the last resort. Like there's so many different ways that you ladies can make money. And as I tell you ladies all the time, the last resort, the last thing you should want to do is try to couple up with a man living in a house with a man in a romantic relationship.
Woo! In a romantic, look at how she said that. Oh, yeah, in a romantic. Did you see that? In a romantic. Oh, she is mad. She's mad.
Ladies can make money. And as I tell you ladies all the time, the last resort, the last thing you should want to do is try to couple up with a man living in a house with a man in a romantic relationship. You should want to do is try to couple up with a man living in a house with a man in a romantic relationship. You should want to do is try to couple up with a man living in a house with a man in a romantic relationship.
Woo!
If you want to have a man in the house, I tell you ladies all the time, get a roommate.
Oh, if you want to have a man in the house, y'all, get a room. Y'all, what is going on? Shit. If you want a man in the house, get a roommate. Get a male roommate. I cannot believe this shit, y'all. Oh my God. Anything to say no men allowed. Oh, unless you ABCD. Oh, unless you want to be a roommate. Why go against the typical nature of men and women and get together and build together? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a fate worse than death. You might as well just get him as a roommate, child. Just get him as a roommate. Woo! Lord help your people. That is wild, y'all. That's crazy. Feminists. Keep listening. You know these biatches be listening to people like this. These feminists that's gonna say no men, no how, no way. And then like the heifers on the last thing, still gonna F them. Still gonna F them. They have readily admitted that. Thank you, Kofa. He said, I thought women were running circles around men and they had all this money. Right. On these panels, it's everything and anything. Just say whatever you want. And that's why TikTok is great for what they really think and what really is happening in tonight's conversation, because that's really what their lives are like. Being up on these panels and all this, lies, be lying. Then get on TikTok and want to talk about a situation. Remember the girl, I don't know if you saw the video, the first girl in that video, I forget what it's called, where she's crying because the man that she wanted, that was her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, just proposed to a different girl. She's crashing out in the car. She's like, he was just in my bed 2 weeks ago. How the hell he in your bed 2 weeks ago when he got a girlfriend? Because these biatches don't care. Because like I said, when it's what they want, they going for what they know. Other women be damned. Because this feminist shit is only good for when it's good for what it's good for. But when it comes time for what it is that they really want, damn it. Damn it all, and damn all these women too. They don't give a damn. They give a damn about themselves and what they can get. They should not be affected by this economy, correct? Well, the way that people are going out on vacation, they shouldn't be affected as far as I can tell. They doing a damn thing. Child, expecting money from men and then turn around talking about how much they hate men, child. Crazy. It's crazy.
Do not get a man. See, these men always want to partner you ladies up.
Do not get a man. Lest we not. Hold on.
A roommate should want to do is try to couple up with a man. It out. Like there's so many different ways that you ladies can make money. And as I tell you ladies all the time, the last resort, the last thing you should want to do is try to couple up with a man, living in a house with a man in a romantic relationship. If you want to have a man in the house, I tell you ladies all the time, get a roommate. Do not get a man. See, these men always want to partner you ladies up with a man as if this man is going to save you. This man can't save himself. So how is he going to save you?
The romantic man can't save himself, but the roommate man can save himself. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. A romance with a man is not going to help you, but a roommate with a man will help you. Who can hear this and think it makes any sense whatsoever? How much sense does that make? Woo! Lord help your people. Somebody listening to her, child. Somebody is listening to her. Thank you, boo. He says she is the definition of, how do you say, I prefer coochie. I'm selling coochie. Without saying I prefer coochie, the last thing you should want is to couple up with a man in a romantic relationship. I don't think she knows what she wants, honestly. I don't think she knows what she wants. None of this makes any sense. Don't get in a relationship with a man, but get a man for a roommate. Okay, child. Whatever you say. This is wild. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
Economy is bad for everybody, not just single black women. But this is what men like this love to bring attention to and try to act like all of her problems would be solved if she would just get a man. Now, on one hand, these same men are always going on and on about, oh, they don't like a woman with a wig. Why don't these women stop wearing all these wigs, these bust downs? Then when you have ladies like this who are wearing their natural hair, now he's basically saying she's just giving up on life.
She is right on this point, though, y'all. She is right on this point. That is true. That is true. But I still hear the comments all the time. It don't matter to me. But she knows all the talking points now, don't she? She knows all the talking points now, don't she? She can run them down.
It's the only reason she's wearing her natural hair, because women like this have already given up on life. These men are absolutely asinine. But ladies, I like to bring this to your attention.
Asinine, I tell you.
So that you know the type of men that I'm always talking about. Now, this Coach Greg Adams over here has 114,000 subscribers. He has a nice little following. On this particular video, he got 722 likes. Didn't I tell you, ladies, these men just follow up behind men like him. So his whole programming is get your money up, dudes, and then go outside the country and take advantage and exploit these women in these impoverished countries. And then he goes over and he makes all kind of videos. You'll see it all on his TikTok. It's just videos of him showing himself with all these very, very young looking women from all these different countries.
Oh, let's dial it back for a second. Look at her face while she's saying this. Coach is over there with all these young women. He over there with all these young women. Could that be a part of the problem, y'all?
Follow up behind men like him. So his whole programming is get your money up, dudes, and then go outside the country and take advantage and exploit these women in these impoverished countries. And then he goes over and he makes all kind of videos. You'll see it all on his TikTok. It's just videos of him showing himself with all these very, very young looking women from all these different countries. This is the same dude that I told you guys over a year or so ago. He was bragging, saying that he has these women sign NDAs, that he has come up with a habitual.
I've never heard that. I never heard that. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but do y'all know? Does he have NDAs? Tech, she definitely mad. She definitely feeling some kind of way about this child. Woo, Lord help your people. Thank you, boo. He says, is this a YouTuber who shall remain nameless disciple? Could quite possibly be. Could quite possibly be. But look at her. These faces that she's making, the pauses are gold. The pauses are gold, okay? She is mad.
Or some type of contract where before these women even come to his house, it's like a cohabitation contract so that he doesn't get a woman who spends the night or two and then all of a sudden she wants to move in with him. He has her sign these contracts. This man is a clown, an absolute.
Well, you know, if heifers don't leave, remember, you know what? We did watch a video, child, the things that come to my mind, where the girl, it was a one night and then in the morning she didn't want to leave and she was screaming, squawking and carrying on and calling the police on him in his own place. Y'all remember that video? Woo! You biatches is crazy. For women that don't like men, y'all surely do end up in some situations with them. It don't make no sense. Skinny says she better talk about Nia Long, then she makes young men sign NDAs. Of course she's not going to talk about Nia. That's against the code, child. Now this code I might know, Tadisha. The feminist code, the Bitter Women Brigade and all that, I know that code pretty well. Now I'm not saying that she wants CGA or anything like that, but she mad. She mad about all this. I don't understand why. Again, the people over there are adults. The people here are adults, but for some reason, adult women in the United States just want to get all these passes like it's not their fault when it absolutely is. It's not like they don't know what they're doing. We just heard them on the that Jubilee type show where they sit up here talking they ish and they effing everybody, and we really do like men, but we're not going to do a thing for them, and we're not going to do this, and we're not going to do that, but I want you to take care of me. Child, shut up. So all these kids that these people might be having are going to be all effed up, in my opinion. That's probably why half of them out here wilding anyway. Ashley Foot in the building, I appreciate you. He said, if you need a roommate, join my roommate find. You got all the services, sir. Join my roommate finder service, ARMs, Ashley's roommate service. At Ashley's Roommates, we couple you with a lovely lady from Lagos who will merely ask for your social security, your social security number and help with citizenship. Dang much. I approve this message. I approve this message. You're so crazy. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Come on, child.
Absolute clown. And just in case people outside of the Black community don't know this guy was never that dude. You know, like growing up in high school and college, women weren't really checking for a dude like this.
Women weren't checking for CGA, even though he was married pretty young, right? Shout out to Corporate Music. Thank you for the flowers. I appreciate you. He wasn't nobody when he was younger, y'all. Nobody.
Like, I don't even need to see pictures of him back in high school and college. I promise you. Just going off how he looks now. He was not that dude. But he's coming out here trying to portray himself like he got it going on. All the ladies want me. Let me tell you fellas how I get all these ladies. It's simple. It's easy. He goes outside the country. He goes to impoverished areas. He flashes little money. And then he gets the ladies to do whatever he wants them to do. Basically, he just...
Doesn't that kind of sound like they are for sale, Bueller? Doesn't it sound like that means that they're for sale? Is that news? Does she know what OF is, Bueller? Does she know about sugar babies, Bueller? Does she know how The reason that this hat is even a thing is because so many women are ready and willing to sell themselves because they don't want to work and they believe that they're doing some entrepreneurship, which used to be called prostitution back in the day. Shout out to Generation X. And now they just want to say that it's a business. To be a whore is now a business. Child, I can't do it. I don't think that she must know the whole story. Because these women are not innocent. They're not innocent here. They're not innocent there. They're not innocent everywhere. I'm talking about pure adults. That's all I'm talking about. Because they most certainly are dressing up over there where he goes. They're definitely looking their best. They definitely smiling and ready to go, whatever that means to them. And they're not looking like her. And they're not making these faces like her. And they don't have a problem with being with a man. Like plenty of us here. But, you know, that's not allowed per this feminist movement. That means there's something wrong with every other woman and it's not her fault. That means that he, in this case, is taking advantage of these impoverished women. They don't make any decisions on their own whatsoever. Exactly, Tadisha. And they be looking pretty good. And they be looking pretty happy, too, to be perfectly honest with you. They be looking pretty happy, too. Even if they getting $200, I don't know what they get. I don't care. But the point is that they enjoying the time that they're with him. They happy. They want him to come back. This is just from the, you know, the things that I pick up when I watch. Not a problem with them whatsoever, but it's a problem with people over here. I wonder why that is. I don't know. I'm just asking questions.
He's just paying for it. But he wants all of these little minions that follow up behind him to believe he player. He got the lifestyle. He's a joke. He's an absolute joke.
Oh, she don't have a second income, meaning that her income, whatever job she's chosen in the career path, might pay her very well, but that probably is still supplemental income. And she's on a hamster wheel. I guarantee you there's no man. And these women get to this age and then they start saying, I should be able to support myself on this income. No, let's go back. And I want you to always remember that when they pull up this data, in order to maintain a single life, you must make more.
Look at that. 2 working adults and 2 children, 209. Now that 209, excuse me, that 209 is more than 94,000. And that 209 is more than that 93,000. But this woman is saying not to get in a romantic relationship with a man, because why would you want to increase your income from 94,000 to 209,000, Bueller? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Okay. All right.
Way more than what 2 working adults need to make. You need to adjust and adapt to the expenses of being single. Being single is not free. You're free of listening to a motherfucker.
Yes.
You getting your piece, but there's a price for freedom.
You see, she agreed with that real quick, y'all. You see, she agreed with that part real quick.
Need to make. You need to adjust and adapt to the expenses of being single. Being single is not free. You're free of listening to a motherfucker. You
see it. Mm-hmm. This is what it all comes down to. She telling on herself. Her mannerisms in her face tell her on her, right? You free to not listen to a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Excuse me. They just don't want to listen, which is not really news at 5, honestly. But she can sit up here and tell whoever is listening to her, don't get into a romantic relationship with a man. Just get a roommate. Okay. Get a roommate. You don't have to listen to a man. All happy about that part. She ain't no different than the women from that other show. She ain't no different.
Expenses of being single. Being single is not free. You're free of listening to a motherfucker. You getting your piece, but there's a price for freedom. So as a single person, you must be able to compensate or overcompensate.
But I'm sorry to interrupt again. But when men want to be by themselves and not have to listen to women, it's a fate worse than death. Say I'm lying. Then they carry on about that. How dare you? How dare you? You're a misogynist. You're a toxic masculinity if they say that we don't want to be with no woman and live with no women. It's a problem. But the other way around is, right?
Way more than what 2 working adults need to make. You need to adjust and adapt to the expenses of being single. Being single is not free. You're free of listening to a motherfucker. You getting your piece, but there's a price for freedom. So as a single person, you must be able to compensate or overcompensate for the fact that there's not a second person contributing to the household expenses. You're going to pay for shit to be done. Like as a single man, I have to hire women because I don't have time to clean this house. I don't have a girlfriend or a wife that has taken that role. So I have to accommodate for that.
Ladies, don't I always tell you, if these men did not have you in their lives, they would have to pay for it. They would have to pay for somebody to come in there and clean. They would have to pay for somebody to come in there and cook for them. They would have to pay a professional, as they like to call them, sex worker, to open up their legs. This is why.
But the part that she's missing is that there's women that's doing it. They're willing to do it. So if you would rather do it as a job to get paid that way, have at it. It's called whore, okay? But you don't want to do it to be in a home with a man, a family, and building and working together. So if y'all want to do it the way that you want to do it, cool. It don't make sense to me, but if it makes sense to y'all, have at it. Have at it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Then no complaints. No complaints at all, because that's what y'all want. No complaints whatsoever, because that's what you're choosing. You want to be out here doing it by yourself. You don't want to listen to a man. See, I told you ladies, they'd have to pay someone. Okay, yeah, what's the problem? We'll pay for somebody to clean the house if we don't feel like doing it. It's okay. Is there something wrong with that? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's what those services are for. Didn't you just say to start your own side hustle in your job? Well, that's what they do, and that's what they get paid for. Now imagine if you just was with someone that you probably want to be with, not her, but somebody else, and you just be normal, and then you just do it, and then you get it all. You get all the money, 100% of it. You're in charge of it, and then you can just live on 209 as opposed to 94. I guess that's not calculating for y'all. That don't calculate for people like this, because the bottom line is they just detest. Is it detest? They don't like men at the end of the day. They don't like men at the end of the day. That's it. That's the bottom line. None of this economy really got shit to do with it. How much somebody make, and they got to pay women to do this. If you was married, you would be getting $209 payment as opposed to the $100 to come and clean the house. But to each his own, child, to each his own.
I tell you, ladies, ask these men, what makes a good wife to you if you're still interested in getting married? Ask this man up front, what makes a good woman to you? And if he says some of this silliness, fit, feminine, friendly, ooh, a good woman is a woman who cooks me a home-cooked meal. I come home to the good smelling aroma of a home-cooked meal. A good woman is a woman that keeps the house clean. A good woman is a woman that loves to make the love with her man. Work, work, work. They only value you women as you.
Work, work, work. Because when you live by yourself, you don't cook for yourself. You don't clean for yourself. But as soon as some man is saying that that's what he's looking for, then it's a problem. And we already know from the last show that they definitely effing. So she can look at it her way. She can look at it her way because she detests men. I'll look at it my way because I feel like it's more common sense to make life a lot easier with more money without having to work for it, because I have to keep a house anyway. So why would I get paid $100 when I can get paid $209,000? That's not how the brain works around here. For something that I do anyway. Child, you can't make it up. As long as these biatches is going to look at it like that, then it is what it is. So why complain about it? Let it be. If that's what people want to do, then let them do it. Cool. Stay up off of this internet, begging, whining, crying about how bad the economy is and how you can't afford life and it's some man's fault. No, it's your fault. It's your fault because you chose to have kids. You didn't wait to get married. You're not interested in getting married. So if you're suffering, then you're suffering. You'll be all right. Because don't think that married people don't have issues and problems, because I believe that many people think that that's not the case, and it is the case. Everybody got issues, but these biatches be thinking that their issues are special. Your issues are no different than anyone else. You're just doing it by yourself, and other people are doing it together. That's it. That's all. But anyway.
What you can do for them, how you can service them. It's obvious. They say it and put it in all these different fluff words. It's all the same. How can you service him? That is what determines how these type of men think a good woman is. But he just admitted if you women are not around in relationships with them, they would have to pay for it.
She's saying that like that's some revelation. Like, why is she saying this like this is some revelation? They would have to pay for it. Yeah. Plenty of people have house cleaners, people that come and clean the house. Plenty. What are we talking about? They would have to pay for it. They have a freaking food service at the gym that I belong to. So that would mean paying for food. I don't get it, but it's available. Everything to make life easier for people. There's so many services and things that are available to make everybody's life easier if you can afford it or if you choose to utilize it. Okay. We already know DoorDash and Uber Eats and all those types of things. You can get car services. You can now go rent a car through Turo instead of going through Hertz, I think it is, and those other things that people probably don't even use anymore, right? Everything is for sale. Everything is for sale. So she thinks she's revealing something right now. If me and Coach was together, he would still do all that, and whatever the money is, it would be two people that get the money together. Why don't they get that part? I'd be so confused. What do they think marriage is? What do they think it is? And if you're dealing with some man that don't take care of you in any way, that's a you problem. You let it go, you move on. But enough of these people we know stay for like 23 years and then turn around thinking that shit is cute. Ciao. Anyway.
Again, ladies, as I've said many times before, there are so many different ways and options and ideas that you could implement before getting with a man.
There's so many ways and plays of what you can do without having to implement a man. We're going to figure out a way to do anything and everything, even if that means we become slaves instead of having a man. That is never an option, down to getting a roommate that's a man, but don't be romantically involved. Miserable people keep other people miserable. That's it. Misery loves company. Misery absolutely loves company. It's wild. It's crazy. But I love it. Shout out to Mike Love up in here. I appreciate you, boo. If y'all notice, the women that's complaining are the easiest ones to sleep with. Typically. That's what them heifers over there on that show earlier. Oh, we sleep with these men. Yeah, we do like men. We sleep with them. Girl, what? Girl, what? Whoredom all 2026.
Need help with the bills, get a roommate.
If you need help with the bills, get a roommate.
Before getting with a man. If you need help with the bills, get a roommate. If things are getting too high and it seems like your dollar is not stretching long enough or far enough, I tell you ladies, minimalize your life. Ask yourself, do you really need all of that house? Can you minimalize your house? Go to a 1-bedroom apartment. Since you're single, you don't have any children, go to a 1-bedroom apartment. Start building a sisterhood, a community. You looking for companionship?
Whoa. Start building a sisterhood. That is the problem. I know, right? That's the problem. Ain't no sisterhood. Skinny, we are only 14 minutes into this video. We are not watching the whole thing. Listen, build a sisterhood. Anybody think that's going to work out well?
Your house, go to a 1-bedroom apartment. Since you're single, you don't have any children, go to a 1-bedroom apartment. Start building a sisterhood, a community. You looking for companionship? Find it in your friends.
You're looking for companionship. Find it in your friends. Oh my God. Is she promoting ABCDism? Is she promoting ABC? If you need companionship, find it in your friends? Wow.
Sisterhood. You guys know over here, I'm always promoting and encouraging you ladies to look into intermittent fasting. You will save so much.
Damn, now she's saying stop. Woo! Lord help your people. You want to save some money? Starve. That's what she just said. She calls it intermittent fasting, which is a thing. So in other words, you don't have to eat as much. Intermittent fasting. So starve yourself, bitch. Oh my God.
Companionship. Find it in your friends, your sisterhood. You guys know over here, I'm always promoting and encouraging you ladies to look into intermittent fasting. You will save so much money. Even if you
will save so much money if you don't eat. Well, hallelujah. Who knew? Now, if you get malnourished, that's a different whole story. If you get sick, don't worry about that. But as long as you don't have to depend on a man is a bottom line. Wow. Now she lost all the big bag. Oh my God, this is ridiculous, damn Liv.
Drop down to 2 meals a day and no snacks. Make your coffee.
2 meals a day, no snacks, y'all, okay?
From home. I tell you ladies all the time, you don't even need a gym membership. Walk around your neighborhood, dance in your living room, do yoga and Pilates in your living room.
There you go. Never leave the house. Do yoga and Pilates in the living room and never get out. Just that way you'll stay away from men too. I see what she's doing there, allegedly. You don't have to go anywhere. Just dance in your room or your house and do Pilates in your house and get rid of the gym membership and walk around the neighborhood. Never go anywhere because you might run into a man and we don't want that. Unless you're looking for a roommate.
I tell you ladies, all these different ways, creative ways that I myself have implemented to save money.
She has implemented to save money. Okay.
I tell you ladies all the time, I get all of my makeup from the Dollar Tree.
Imagine working all your life and becoming my age, 55, in order to start buying makeup at the Dollar Tree. Imagine with all the hard work your whole life, and now you get to utilize the spoils of your labor, and you get the opportunity to go buy your makeup at the Dollar Tree. Sounds like it makes sense to me, child. Not for me, of course, but it sounds like it makes sense. These are good options. I'm with it. I'm with it.
I get all of my cleaning supplies from the Dollar Tree.
The Dollar Tree, yeah.
I save money all the time. You know another big way in which I save money? Ladies, listen to me. I cut out alcohol. I don't drink alcohol at all.
I don't drink alcohol at all. I don't drink alcohol at all. Sounds great, girl. Sounds great.
Of course, you guys know I don't smoke or do any type of drugs. Do you know how much money I save just by cutting out alcohol? Ladies, look into minimalizing your life. I agree. The cost of living has gotten out of hand. Consider when you go out to run errands, do everything on the same day.
Wow, that's great. Go running errands, do it all on the same day. Profound, child. Profound. I didn't even make it to Dollar General yesterday, y'all, because I was saving money and I stayed in the house all day. I ain't even go out. I ain't even make it. I don't need anything. Most of the time I don't.
Like when I go to the gym, on the days that I go to the gym, or the same days that I stop and drop off anything that I want to drop off to the tailor, or the same days that I stop and fill up my tank with gas, or the same days that if it is that day of the week that I'm going to treat myself to my weekly Starbucks drink, it's going to be on a day that I'm already out and about running errands, going to the gym. So then that way, the days that I don't go to the gym, my car just stays parked in the garage. I use very little gas. I can fill up my tank, and I have a luxury vehicle. Last time I filled up my...
Oh, I have a luxury vehicle. Okay, don't get it twisted, y'all. All this cutting back, I still have a luxury vehicle. And I run around town one day a week to do everything. Okay? Thank you, Skinny. He said Messi just hating on her because she didn't say Dollar General. I'm glad she didn't say Dollar General. I'm glad she did. Go to the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is the one where it's like $1.75, I believe now. I don't even know why it's still called a Dollar Tree anymore.
I think I have to use premium gas, and it was like $100. But that tank of gas is going to last me all day long, 2 weeks. All day long, probably more. But that's because I only go to the gym 3 days a week, and all of my errands and anything that I'm going to do, I center it around the days that I'm already going to be out and about. And I just do everything on those days. Don't listen to this man trying to force you or convince you or persuade you that you need to have a man in your life.
I don't think he's talking to women when he's talking, but I do see the background. She ain't living too shabbily, okay? Not at all. Not at all. Now, whether she's really following what she's saying, I don't know, but things is okay with her. Other people, probably not as good as what she's got back here. And again, I don't think CGA is talking to any of these women at all. At all. Pretty sure he's talking to men.
And then you wouldn't be struggling financially. He is lying, and he knows that he's lying. He knows that he's being disingenuous because he knows that even these men are out here struggling, losing their jobs. He knows this. He knows that the solution to this woman is not just get a man, because he knows that men are out here struggling just the same.
Now all of y'all are suffering. And I'm not saying that people aren't suffering, of course, but now it's just like all these men are suffering. Are you serious? I've seen y'all say it a couple of times. So y'all know who this person is? I ain't never seen her before. She's been married 5 times. She's been married 5 times. She's giving out medical information. I need D vitamin. No, just buy a rose. Just buy a rose. If that's what you're talking about. I'm just saying. No, he better provide all the food. That's what she's saying. He better provide everything. She's not gonna have a man. This woman don't like men. This woman does not like men at all in any way. Look at the way she says stuff with her face. Her facial expressions tells everything.
For housekeepers, pay for meal planners, pay for people to cook for me, pay for people to run errands, personal assistants. All right, all the way up.
That means that he has money and able to be able to do all this. That's what that means.
Up and down the line. I have to hire women for that. I can't wait for my wife to come home and massage me. I got to have a massage therapist. Okay. So I'm not going to get into a relationship so I can get that one massage every month. I'm going to pay a woman to come massage me 2 times a week. You see that? I can't split the income. I got to pay all the money towards the rent and have money for my expenses. That's a price for single people. You're going to pay for that. So when you don't want to have a man or don't want to have a girlfriend, you better make a lot more money. Period. That comes with it. Or you're going to minimalize like a motherfucker. But I think minimalizing is a bad strategy. Eventually, You're going to succumb to interest. Now, going back here.
Do you see how he just quickly ran over that? I think minimalizing your life is a bad strategy. Why? Why is that a bad strategy? It's guys like this, ladies.
It's not a bad strategy for when you need to do it. However, me personally, like I've said, you cut back when you need to. But child, I didn't work my whole life in order to be sitting around struggling until I die. Y'all bitches can go ahead and do all that. You got it. You want to be in buying makeup and everything from Dollar Tree, fine. It's a legal store. It's a legal thing to do. But what I'm not going to do is sit up here and minimalize for the rest of my life just because I allegedly don't want to, partner and have additional income or whatever. No, I'm not. The fuck? So when do you enjoy your life? When you're 80? And then what you going to do? What are you going to do? Child, please, this person is crazy. Child, if that's what y'all like, I love it. Y'all like it, I love it. That's not my lot in life. Praise the Lord, okay? Because I'm not gonna be and I've said this to you gentlemen as well. All they want you to do is work and die, and then that's when you get your flowers, is when you're dead. Literally, that's when you get your flowers. Other than that, you suck, you ain't shit, unless of course you become a criminal. Now people like this are coming out here to say, of all things you got to do, you got to change it all. You got to minimalize. You got to do. He don't have to minimalize because he took the time to cut back when he needed to. If you know so much, girl, why didn't you do that? And now tell people how they can come back up thereafter. Don't want to do that part, right? Just do anything not to be with a man. That's the only message she has here. That's it. That is it. So if there's a man here like CGA who has figured out a way, because like we all know, he done got divorced, he done lived in his car, been homeless, and now he's successful. So now he should still minimalize. Of course he's not going to minimalize. He don't have to. He's already done it. He's lost everything. You think she thinks about that? You think she knows that? Nope. And it's not necessary for her to know that, right? But just because somebody don't see it the way that you see it, but her disdain for men is all that I see. That's all that I see. Shout out to oh shit. Hold on. His media entertainment. Thank you, hon. He said fire stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Shout out to all of y'all. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Yeah, Tadisha, in a better financial place. Do these people ever come out or come into a better financial place? You know what I mean? RB, you crazy. Do they ever come into a better place, or is everything just always do anything that you could do in order to not have to deal with a man?
And I'm always asking you ladies to be careful who you listen to, just in case.
Yes, be careful who you listen to.
Any ladies over here listen to people like this. He is a fool. He is a fool. Do not listen to people like this. Why did he just so quickly run past that? I mean, unless you want to minimalize your life, but I mean, that's a bad strategy because then interest is just going to get a hold of you. What are you talking about? Ladies, this is the other thing that men like him do not take into consideration. Everybody about to lose their jobs.
Girl, what?
If he has an ounce of common sense and is keeping his ear to what is going on out here, people getting fired left and right. Everybody is about to lose their jobs to AI. We're all about to be on welfare checks.
Is that funny? So that's what people like her and the rest of them people are waiting for. Got it. Woo! Is that funny? We all about to be on welfare check. Child, that must be where she want to be. And judging by the back of the room, I really don't think she really wants to be there. But yeah, no, that's where you gonna be.
We all about to be collecting a government UBI check.
That's where you gonna be.
What is he talking about? Minimalizing your life is a bad strategy. Why? Why, Greg? Why is that a bad strategy?
Because everyone doesn't have to do it. Because everybody doesn't have to do it. And he's one that doesn't have to do it. Like what?
This is amazing.
CGA talks about having multiple streams of income. Exactly. Nope. He's talking about creating things
This is amazing.
He's talking about things that create more income, right? Ways to do things, cutting back, everything else, right? All she talks about is doing poor people shit. Sorry, pores. Shout out to the pores. All she doing is talking about doing poor people shit, okay? Now, child, y'all know I've cut back, right? I've only been on one cruise this year. Is it one? I've only been on one cruise this year. You know that's a cutback. She talking about doing poor people shit. You gotta shop at Dollar Tree for the makeup, and you gotta stop eating. You gotta intermittent fast. Girl, what? That you are an adult. That's some shit that you tell Generation Z to do so they can get it together. If you fucking 40 some odd years old and ain't nothing happened to you significant and that's what you gotta do, you was already losing. Shout out to the pores. No shade, pores. I be trying to help y'all. I be trying to help y'all. That's who she talking to. That's who she talking to. Fake pores, y'all too. She talking to y'all. Somebody listening to her, Chan. Somebody is listening to her.
Do you see what I mean, ladies, when I always encourage you ladies to be very careful who you listen to and who you get advice from? You have to understand and ask yourself, what is this man pushing? What is his agenda? Oh, his agenda is to create this platform to make it appear as if men are the prize. So women, you need to just get yourself a man. If you would have just gotten...
See, she is so offended by somebody saying that you get yourself a man. And Joseph King, you can kiss the entire crack of my black ass and scroll the fuck up if you don't like it. You don't know what I am. You wish you knew what the hell I was. You wish you knew what was going on around here. You know nothing. I know you a bitch ass. That I do know. How about that? But anyway, moving on to this heifer. The bottom line is no men. This is man hate. This is absolute man hate at the end of the day. But whatever. Well, child, let me get you on up out of here because y'all clearly don't know how to leave, so I'll help you out. Don't worry, I'll help you out.
Yourself a man, you wouldn't be in this situation. That's the product that he's pushing. He doesn't want you ladies to hear from women like myself who are telling you you can absolutely minimalize your life. You can absolutely get creative. You guys know I don't tell you anything that I don't personally do.
I don't tell you anything that I don't personally do. Girl, we know. We know. We trust that you're doing all these intermittent fasting, starving yourself, not going anywhere, getting roommates, people you don't know. Men suck, but get yourself a man roommate if you want to have a man. Child.
After my divorce, I was in a situation where it was like, do you want to take on all this mortgage by yourself? Do you want to downsize and move into a 1-bedroom apartment? Or do you want to stay in your house, but ding, 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 rent out your rooms? Men like this, they talk about women like me, and they're like, why is she living in a house with 4 different men? Because I'm a genius.
Wait, she living in a house with 4? Goodbye. Wait. So she's living in a house with 4 different men. Wow. I cannot. Sassy Straights, y'all are good for your money. Okay. Y'all are good for your money. There you go. That's all you're good for. If I don't tell you, who gonna tell you? Wow. You just walked into some foolishness, Wash Gamer. Shout out to you. This is wild. It's crazy.
I decided, no, I want to stay in my house, but I'm not going to pay all this mortgage by myself. I'm going to rent out some rooms.
Why did you get a mortgage that is too much for you? You know what I mean?
It is a household of 5, Everything is split 5 ways. What? I'm genius. That's what I am. I have more than enough. But you guys know that's just what I feel about the universe anyway. We live in an abundant universe. That's why I try to tell my ladies, it's all about energy. It's all about your mind.
Oh, energy, universe. Yeah, she got that.
Mindset. If you have a scarcity mindset, I don't have enough, I can't get enough, I don't make enough, don't even speak those words. Speak it out loud. We live in an abundant universe. I can have, do, or be anything. I can attract money. Money is energy. Energy is everything. But men like this don't want you ladies to adopt that ideology.
I can attract money by energy. Child.
They want you to rely on men. But ladies, please don't fall down this rabbit hole.
Don't fall on the rabbit hole of relying on men, y'all. Do not. Child. Yeah, skinny. Manifest the child. Manifest it all. Don't depend on a man. That's the worst thing you could ever do. That's the worst thing that you could ever do.
Don't listen to a word this man is saying.
Don't listen to a word.
He is full of malarkey. If you are struggling with the bills, get creative. Look up different ways of house hacking.
House hacking. House hacking.
As I tell you ladies all the time, in my opinion, we're moving into a golden girl era. I've been seeing more and more women unite, habitating, choosing each other. They're like, why?
You got a bunch of men living with you. Y'all right. Why ain't she got a bunch of women living with her? Bueller? Oh, she got all men. Y'all ain't good for shit except for your money.
Don't me and my best friend just get a house together? Why don't I just rent out my extra room to my best friend, to my girlfriend? And they're just coming up with plans.
So your friends suck too?
Plans. I've been seeing women buy houses together. And
that will never happen with me. Never. 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 That's crazy. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
They're just coming up with plans. They're getting so creative. Ladies, you do not need to rely or go backwards to try to depend on a man. There are just ways.
That's going backwards if you depend on a man. That's going backwards. Don't go backwards. Don't go backwards.
Too many avenues and ways, and especially to my older ladies. Ask ChatGPT to give you different options and different.
Make sure you ask ChatGPT, your new best friend, for what you can do in order to make more money and not live alone.
Different programs that are available for older women.
Different programs available for older women. Look that up in ChatGPT if you need it. That's the answer.
Since they want to say we hit the wall, ladies, you just need to embrace it. Especially if you're 55 and older. There are a lot.
How I get in this? How did I get into this?
Of programs out there for assistance with utility, assistance with food. I was just talking to you ladies not too long ago about look up local food banks.
Look up local pores. They crashing in on your shit, pores. I'm telling you, they don't care. They gonna crash into y'all shit like I've been saying, because they too busy making sure that they don't deal with a man on any way, shape, or form. Wow, this is wild. This is crazy.
They may be at churches, but they literally, like, once a week, all you have to do is show your ID, tell them how many people are in your household, and you can, you have to wait in a line, but they give you free.
You gotta wait in the chow line. That's okay. Shout out to Good Times. I told you that one time I went to the church. He said, don't ever do this again. We're never doing this again. He's like, no, we're not doing this ever again. I'm like, okay.
Food every week, free. Ladies, you need to also look up just different programs of assistance with your utility bills.
With the bills. Well, you should be telling all these other heifers that's always talk about, we need help with the bills, pay all the bills. You should be telling them that too. There's all these programs, which we already know there's a ton of programs, but there's a ton of programs when you get older. I'm gonna see what I can find out since I'm a senior citizen now. I'm gonna see what I can find. They're gonna be like, bitch, get out of my face. You are denied. I'm be like, oh no, that's not fair. I'm a woman.
It's all kind of help out there.
I
told you guys, the older I've gotten, I've been looking into all kind of different discounts and benefits for seniors. I just
all kinds of benefits and discounts for seniors.
Recently found out that our local grocery stores, starting at the age 55, you guys know I'm 54, starting at the age 55, they say most grocery stores a certain day of the week, oftentimes on Wednesday, give senior discounts.
Yeah, well, I feel like all of them do that. The grocery stores, the drug stores, you can come in at specific times and stuff like that. So that's not new information. But to put all this out here just to say to make sure you don't get a man is wild to me. Big joker. I see you, boo. Thank you so much. He said, I tell ladies all the time that I tell ladies all the time what I be telling them. Yeah, I be trying to tell them. They ain't trying to hear nothing. They ain't trying to hear nothing except for some foolishness like this. So don't listen to anyone when you're younger. Listen, wait till you're older, and then go to Dollar Tree and Dollar General. I don't have a problem with that. And look for all these programs to help you pay your bills. So in other words, you're still dependent on someone. You're just dependent on different entities. So when they run out of money, that's going to be a problem. Or if you've already, just say you can only go once every year, then you've already absolved what you're supposed to do for the rest of the 11 months or something like that. The rules, she ain't talking about none of that. It's just there's stuff out here for you. You don't need a man. Don't listen to this man. She gonna do and say anything that has to do with not dealing with a man.
And they said that oftentimes they don't even check the ID. Oh. So I might just go up there on Wednesday. I may just go up here on Wednesday. And close enough, right? You guys know how I am. I'm super friendly. I get all kind of things. Just being nice and sweet and kind.
Thank you. Same too for the sunshine. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. 25 minutes. All right. If she ain't gonna play no more of his video, I don't think I'm gonna sit here and listen to. Oh, she does. I might have to fast forward it.
I'll look at the cashier just in case the cashier is like doing that math. Like, you got another year to wait, ma'am. I'll be like, you sure? You sure I can't get that discount? Ladies, it never hurts to ask. I tell my ladies all the time, I'd rather you ladies be, all he's going to do is treat you like his slave.
All men do is treat you like a slave. Child, MSD, stay away from heifers like this, okay? Obviously, if this is you, fine, then that's you. If you can relate to her, child, then go listen to her. This sounds wild and crazy. All right. The world is filled with people, and there's enough men and there's enough damn women. If you could get along with people in order to know how to freaking go to work, then you can learn how to get along with someone in order to be in a relationship. If you don't want to be in one, then don't be in one. But don't turn around and blame anyone else. If you want to be in a relationship and you want to be married, then do that. Don't listen to heifers like this who's trying to make it seem like it's the worst thing in the world or that you're a damn slave. What you need to do is be taking your time in order to get to know the person instead of going and getting with people who have committed red rum and then they come and red rum your ass. That doesn't make any sense. Doing that is weird and crazy, okay? But any man that's worth something, if you can't find him, then you need to go someplace else. You need to go to another part of your city, your town, the earth or something, because all men are not bad. She can say whatever the hell it is that she wants to. That's her experience. Let me tell you, my experience is not like that. I've known plenty of men, and something that me and Trin was talking about yesterday after the show is that you can tell sometimes when there are women who've never known men or have never had men in their life in any way, shape, or form. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that she don't or she hasn't. Okay, that goes from a participating father in the life. As you know, I had a father and a stepfather that held it down while my father was at war and stuff like that. Plenty of uncles, all veterans. That's why we salute veterans over here. Not to mention every single person in my family. Let me just say about 98% of every woman in my family was married. My uncles were married. These people were married. So this is the life that I saw. This is the life that I know. And this is the life that I will not give up. You can tell who don't have that. The only time that anybody has ever touched me was that one dude that I wasn't even in a relationship with. And guess what? I never went back and never talked to that man again. Let me say it like that. I've never talked to that man ever again. He was a kid at the time. And my stepfather called the police and took me to court to make sure that he was held accountable. They don't know things like that. They don't know men like that. That is a them problem. Stay away, sassy straight, stay away from heifers like this, okay? They're easily able to be seen. Now, this one's going to stay away from you because that's just her lot in life. But the rest of them that come through and that be upset because somebody says that, will you cook? Because they want to know what they're getting. These heifers have the nerve to talk about how much money you need to make, how tall you need to be, everything that you need to do and when you need to do it. But as soon as y'all say that you need or want something, then it's all shit goes out the window and everything blows the hell up. These people are chaotic most of the damn time. They don't know anything about being nice or kind to anyone at the end of the day, let alone a damn man, in my opinion. Because there's no way that you're going to make this differentiation and then you're going to sit up here and tell other women to do it. She may be similar to the YouTuber who shall remain nameless, but let me tell you something. The YouTuber shall remain nameless found a fucking man to have a baby by now, didn't she? Now, didn't she? That's why I'm like, they can talk all this shit all they want to up here on this damn internet. What they actually do in real life is the damn difference. And let me tell you something. I did not work this long in my damn life, create this daggone family, produce all these kids and these grandkids at this point in order to come at this point in life to start shopping in the damn Dollar Tree for all my needs and starving. I don't even starve while I'm training. You're supposed to eat in order to lose weight and build muscle. She talking about freaking starving as an option, going to different programs, which basically comes through as the government in order to feed you and to basically finance you, to help you to pay the freaking electric bill. No, don't get with a man romantically, but bring one in the house in order to pay bills with you as a roommate. If that's not the most asinine shit that I have heard in my life, so bring in complete strangers. I could never do that. I would never do that. That is weird. But somehow, some way, this makes sense to somebody. This makes sense to some woman. And if you hear a woman that sounds anything like this, make sure y'all run the opposite freaking direction, because this is crazy. So he can afford, meaning CGA, he can afford what he can do, but she got a problem with it because she can't do it. She can't do it. That's the bottom line. And she can sit up here and talk about the economy and everything, but that thing that she has sitting there, that lady that he's watching in the video, definitely says a two-person income is $209,000, which is double what the hell it is that the single person has. So if you think that it makes sense, like if you just don't want to be married, that's one thing. That is something different. Take it off the damn table. But if you're just saying this shit because you're listening to shit like this and you think that you got to prove something to a bunch of biatches that don't give a damn about you, that's not going to be there for you, and she ain't even building a sisterhood. She says she live with a bunch of men. She ain't even building the sisterhood that she's telling these people to build. So just do as I say, not as I do. I can't stand people like that. Can't stand people like that. But if, whoever want to follow her, do what she say, do it the way she say, whatever, I don't give a damn. But this sounds wild and crazy to me, and it's just man hate. This is feminism bullshit yet again, to figure out and find a way to try to act like you're doing this something to men. Nobody gives a shit. I'm telling you, the ones that got shit going on with them, they don't give a shit. They don't feel like they losing out on shit with regard to this dumbass message. Which one of y'all want to deal with a woman that has to starve, that has to do intermittent fasting in order to save money? Like, seriously, that sounds crazy. That sounds wild to me. Thank you, Fa. He said her remedy to not depend on men is to get women roommates. And for more, she got men roommates though. She has men roommates. She just said that. She has 4 of them. And for more government assistance subsidies signed into law by men to prove they don't need men. Exactly. And then those people that work on OF. Who making the money from that? The damn man. I know he dead now, but he's the one that was making hand over fist from these whores, trying to talk about they independent from men. Ma'am, most of the money that you make in here goes to that damn man. But child, it don't matter, because all that matters is whoredom. And that's why OPP female ain't worth shit, because they'll be willing to give it up for the man that they want to argue with your mom. I already know. And people like this want more women to be miserable because that's good for her over here on this damn YouTube channel. And I'm not saying that she don't believe in it, because I believe that she does, because the faces that she's making, she's definitely feeling some kind of way. She is definitely feeling some kind of way. Fa, thank you, Boo, for being a member for 12 months. Shout out to you and all the channel members. I appreciate you. He says, Messy, she is also recommending female roommates while she has all male roommates. And she wants male roommates so they can do housework. She not slick. She probably also wants them because then she can feel safer in the home with a male. Because I feel like that was really what she was kind of hinting at when she said it originally. Because, she's like, oh, that protector stuff. That's what she said earlier. All this provide and protect. She said it like that. Oh, but get a provider or a protector. Really a provider and protector, because if they're paying you money to live there, that's providing, right? You're getting money, right? And then protection, because if something go bump in the night, then she'll be like, can you go see what that is? How convenient. How convenient. Child, these people crazy. True Hype, I appreciate you, hon. He says, showing my support for those with common sense. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all. Come on, Coach.
The two working adults with two children. As you can see, it's pretty much more than double what two working adults need. So as you can see, having a second person does help. But when you add children, there's an additional cost. Nothing's for free. There's no such thing as free any goddamn thing.
Why can't they ever encourage women to get a woman roommate?
Because this show, first of all, is not for women. And second of all, he's not talking to women. And that's what you're for. So why does he need to do it? Why do people always think that they got to tell other people what to do? Trey, thank you for the jewels, the GG jewels. I don't know what that means, but thank you, boo. I appreciate you. It always has to come down to, because now I'm getting pissed. It always got to come down to, well, what about us? Well, what about us? Why do you care if you don't like men, what a man thinks about you? Make it make sense. You don't like men. You don't want men. You're belittling men. But why isn't he saying something about us? Because anything that he says about us, y'all gonna be pissed at. Why would you care what he thinks? He's a clown, remember? He's talking to men. Instead of listening to learn, it's always listening to respond. I actually can learn sometimes from a lot of y'all or a lot of the people that I listen to. These people ain't trying to hear nothing. They just trying to get a reason to be a biatch and to whine and complain and to give more negativity so that they can say men are bad, men are bad. Even though that's who for the most part is structuring everything and keeping everything afloat. Because you think she's going to go out there and do them oil rig jobs? You think any of these heifers that she's talking to where they can make more money, go be a sanitation worker. You'll make more money and you'll be able to take care of everything and you won't have to go to the Dollar Tree. Bueller, you think they're going to do that? I'm thinking no. Oh, there's some opportunities and options. You can get into construction, or y'all can listen to Ebony K talk about if he owns the bus. So down in blue collar workers, because you don't know what the hell you're talking about, plenty of blue collar workers make plenty of daggone money, and y'all don't even understand that because these biatches don't understand money. She just want to sit up here and figure out a way to tell women to tell women not to deal with men. That's it.
Why can't he say this?
You have to pay for everything, and you're going to pay. So this is what people are now trying to figure out, why they can't live comfortably off $78,000 a year in a major metropolis. You're single. You chose to be single. And you also chose to be able to want to go out and dine and go to football games and all that. You need money for that. Then if you want to say, I want to be married. Well, guess what you're going to need? You're going to need a person with 2 incomes in order to have marriage and children. You can't have a stay-at-home wife anymore. And not only that, you can't have a stay-at-home wife and live in the top 25 to 50 cities in America. You can't do that. Stay-at-home wife is...
Don't be a jackass, okay? It's got nothing to do with seniors. You think that's all who she's talking to? You think that the only people that she's talking to are seniors? She's talking to women. She's talking to younger women. You think that the YouTuber that shall remain nameless is only talking to people her age? She's not. Y'all don't piss me off, okay? Don't piss me off.
It's not a possibility in this economy. So what happens? You need a stay-at-home wife. You need to be pulling in $500,000 a month in Los Angeles and New York. At least.
I just remember, this is the same guy that does not encourage monogamy or being in a one-on-one relationship. So keep that in mind, ladies. As he's talking all this stuff about women just need to get a man. It's because you're single. That's why you're struggling. Because you're single. You just need to couple up and have a 2-income household.
No, you're struggling because you don't know how to not spend. Women are emotional. I'm a woman, I know. And you don't know how to stop spending. That's why all these holidays, or after that, what was it? When they stopped the food stamps, child, the strike. And then it was carrying on about, I need my money and you're not going to tell me how to spend my money because I need money for, what am I going to do for Thanksgiving? Because y'all don't save anything. Y'all don't keep anything. You don't think about the future. You don't think long term. You don't think about incidences and accidences. Yeah, I said accidences. All you think about is now. All you think about is doing and getting what you want now. That's why y'all be out here talking about these men got to do this, that, and the third. You got to pay all the bills. You got to do this. You got to do that. And then as soon as somebody asks you to do something, you act like somebody's trying to make you a slave. You'll listen to Leslie Jones, who's never been able to get married, tell y'all that getting married is like slavery. How the fuck she know? How does she know? She ain't never been married. I guess if you want to look at it that way, I don't feel like I've ever been enslaved. Ever, never, no way. You still are an adult when you do get married, but guess what? You have more income and you do have to do something for someone that takes care of you. It's called reciprocity. I know you know it, blacks, because it's in that damn song that Lauryn Hill had and everybody was carrying on about that damn word when it came out. I forget what the hell song it is. But no, you want to be acting like you're an idiot most of the time. And freaking coming together and bringing resources together means that this one don't have to pay electric. This one pays the electric. This one pays the cable. This one pays the cable. This one pays the water. This one pays the water. You come together, you just pay the cable. You just pay the water. You're saving. You're so dumb. You're saving. Don't down the shit just because you can't make it a thing. Don't down the shit just because you can't get what the rest of us have been able to get. Don't talk about shit that you know nothing about. And don't act like you know something about finance because you don't. This is $200,000 income. And then you don't have to pay 2 separate bills of everything. You just pay 1. That's a savings right there. But y'all want to sit up here and say this dumb shit for the dummies that don't know because they refuse to look into income and money and how the shit works. Yeah, we all are suffering. But guess the fuck what? It's better to have 2 and 209 than to just have 90-some thousand. But child, what the hell do I know? Yeah, the X Factor. Thank you, boo. Child, I can't see. Personal F2, thank you, hon. Greyhound bus drivers clear 100 after 3 years. You can't tell these people nothing. You can't tell these people nothing, and they would never be a sanitation worker. Never, ever, never, no way. You can make plenty of money there.
This is amazing.
Especially during Christmas time when they give you all the money to thank you for what you have done. But child, you gotta own the bus. Keep listening to the heifers like that. Keep listening to Ebony K. Williams.
Keep in mind, this is
who now is sitting up here talking about it's okay to be a single mom. Cool, be a single mom, child. We do not care. All these things that these women are doing, and when they get into trouble or don't work out, they find a way to blame men for it. No. That's your choice. That's your decision. Those are your results. That's your consequence, good or bad. So deal the fuck with it. And take responsibility and accountability for your damn choices. You want to listen to her and you want to live your life as older persons, I will say, and be going to the damn Dollar Tree just because? Go have at it. Enjoy that shit. I did not work this hard for that shit. I did not.
Is the same man that encourages his minions of followers that you shouldn't do a monogamous relationship. Don't get locked down to just one woman. Play this field. Dude, I believe that's where he gets the name.
He is not the person that women should be looking for a monogamous relationship. That's simple right there. Hello, Bueller. He's not the person that you would be going to look for a monogamous relationship for. Is that hard to understand? Is it just me? Is it just me? This is what I'm talking about. These people don't listen. These people don't listen. They don't listen. They're just trying to respond. That's it. Anybody that thinks that they're going to get a monogamous relationship from Coach Greg Adams is not paying attention. No shade against him. So maybe when you go on over in your regular real life and you go and you're dealing and dating or whatever it is that y'all do, because it sounds more like hookup to me, then maybe you'll get to know someone and be able to have some discussions. And then you figure it out before you go and get pregnant. But typically it sounds like you get pregnant and then 15 minutes later, you don't know what's going on. Shout out to Abba Dabba Do.
From be a free agent. Basically, don't lock down to one woman. This is the man giving you advice.
She's really upset about this.
He's 500 grand. Why? Because to compensate for her lack of income coming in. Not only that, you have to save for her retirement, her social security, her investment account, because she's going to have to retire. You're going to retire. She's going to have to retire. What is she going to live off of? What if she divorces you? What is she going to live off of? How's she going to take care of the kids and you divorced her and moved on to the younger woman? How's she going to do with your kids? Because you're the working guy and she wasn't working. 500,000 a year, I should say. 500,000 a year. That's in the major top 5 cities. If you want to stay at home wife in the top 5 cities. Now, here's the thing. You can do it with less. I wouldn't suggest it though. You can do anything for less. I just wouldn't suggest it.
Why?
Okay, because now you're eventually going to set up the reason why you're going to get divorced. Okay, so eventually that shit is going to hit you over the head. Or you can move to a smaller place, but of course your job industry is not there. This is what I don't understand why people are talking about. Auntie, you chose not to have a man. These women will literally live decades without a man. They might even produce children prior to that, produce children with these men. They will try to live single all the way until they're in their 70s and 80s and then claim they can't make it.
You know what? No news. She is absolutely doing the same damn thing. She's doing the same thing without dealing with men, of course. But she's basically doing the same thing. She's not going to deal with a man. He's not going to have a monogamous relationship. What's the difference? You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Ciao.
There was never the need for women to make it in their fucking 70s and 80s by themselves. We're never going to have that scenario. And I will just tell you, that's not even a scenario men can have. I don't give a fuck if you make
You may see that he's cut off over to the left of the screen, ladies. That's because he has strategically placed his Cash App scan code here on the YouTube channel because, his people, paying him. So that's fine, but I don't want his Cash App promoted on my channel. So that's why I cut it off, because I don't want you to see his Cash App. But anyway, so he's over there to the
So look at that. Like, that's what you're worried about, of all things. So the people that are following you, I'm pretty sure they're not giving him any Cash Apps, but anything to show your man hate. This is straight up man hate, y'all.
left. But that's the reason why I cut off his actual image there.
$80,000 a year, and you live in a major city, you're about to get drowned. You're not going to make it. You're going to minimalize so much. There are going to be so many things that you cannot compensate for. Not to mention the fact that your likelihood of increasing your income significantly as a woman is slim to none. Okay. As an older woman, the likelihood that she'll be able to increase her income is probably slim to none. And I'm going to tell you why. Number one.
Okay, ladies, let me say this. He said that this woman said that she's making $78,000 a year, but she's still struggling. Ladies, I'm sorry. There is no reason. There is no reason. Even with today's cost of living, $78,000 is a nice chunk of money, even after taxes.
Then that means she's not managing it correctly.
That's a nice chunk of money. There is no reason you should not be able to make $78,000 a year work for you. What I am hearing with this lady's situation is that she absolutely just needs to start minimalizing her life. She needs to
stop eating, child.
To make a spreadsheet. She needs to pull her bank accounts, have chat, pull your bank statements, make a PDF, put it in chat. Chat will create a spreadsheet for you. You need to look and see where is all of your money going.
Lord, that sounds like what Orlando says, and don't nobody ever want to listen to that. So let me get back to where Coach comes in.
50% of what she does, and a younger person who has less skills will do it for less money than she's making at that job. And the only reason they're paying her for it is either she has experience, she's a go-getter, or they have a loyalty to her. Because if they fire her, they got a lawsuit. This is the type of bitch that'll sue the company and claim she was sexually harassed. So,
wow. I'm just watching this with you guys, so I hadn't watched this beforehand. Wow, he called her a B and said she's the type of woman who will sue the company and says that she was SA'd. This dude is a clown boy.
They're looking at it like, all right, let's just keep her on. She gives us a headache, but she does decent work. Us finding someone probably on her level with her experience is probably slim to none. Although we could find somebody at 34 or 32 that would do it for far less. Let's just keep her around. So they tend to have a loyalty to these middle management mammies that they'll just keep around and shit.
Okay, we've had enough of him. Ladies.
Don't worry, we've had enough of you too. So we're going to be done with that finally. Lord, help your people. That's a lot. Child, Lord, did you take all them notes? You're supposed to starve, and you can don't get romantically involved with a man, but you can have a man for a roommate. 4 of them if you need to, in your big ass house that you don't downsize, that she won't downsize, but you should downsize and get an apartment. And there's something wrong with him because all of the women are agreeing to what he's saying, but there's nothing wrong with them. It's only something wrong with him. Child, this is the same crap, different day. If this ain't this feminism, my bad. Feminism crap, then ain't nothing, then nothing is, child. I can't take it. But this is part of the show tomorrow. Not this video, but this is what we'll be talking about tomorrow. So hopefully y'all will come back for the Ask a Brother podcast that I will be on tomorrow on the panel with the ladies. That was a lot, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. That was a lot. But that's the first time I seen that girl. I was just like, you know, I love me some CGA now. You know I love me some CGA. I was like, what is going on around here? Not feminism. Feminism. It could be that. It could be that. I need church after this. Girl, say it again. Let me see. 2.5 hours. It's almost 1 o'clock. I gotta get used to cutting back because it's almost football season, isn't it? I got a couple more things. Let's follow up with another one of these feminism groups like from earlier. So this is them again. Let me see if I can make it bigger. 1 second. So it looks like the same group of women, and it just says something about a godless society. So they're continuing on, child. They're continuing on. 7 p.m. EST, y'all. 7 p.m. EST. So hopefully you can make it. Shout out to all of y'all. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Let's see what they got to say on this one, y'all.
Try to look at it like we're not equal. We provide equal value, and men can do things that women simply can't. You have, like, you.
Is that Carmen?
Can I ask what? What can men do that we can't?
I mean, men build everything. We don't. Men protect us. They fight wars. We don't.
What do they protect us from? Other men.
Women have always fought in wars. Women have built so many things.
Yeah.
So many things.
But in the world, like the
But
roads,
we also weren't allowed
the buildings, the architecture, men do all of that.
Women
Men
were
are the
also a part of
geniuses.
it, though.
It's way more male geniuses that are female geniuses.
That doesn't answer the question of.
Nobody interrupted cone heads and colored heads when they was talking. As soon as the other side starts talking, they want to interrupt. They don't want to let them finish anything.
The question was, what can they do, not what have they done?
Well, she's answering the question a little bit, but you're saying like they're more men geniuses. They stopped us from reading. They stopped us from going to school.
Okay.
All these heifers go to school. Now they stopped you from reading. Child, y'all not reading. These people are not reading. What is she talking about? So you have to talk in the present, but I'll talk in the past. Child.
The first black woman lawyer wasn't allowed to practice law. She got her law degree, but she wasn't allowed to even practice and be a lawyer.
So can women not be lawyers today, Bueller? What are we talking about? They just told them not to talk in the past, and now she's talking in the past. Where they do that at? Am I the only one that sees this?
But that's not what modern feminism is about. That we have surpassed that already. You guys can read, you guys can vote, you can do everything you want to do, and you keep making issues. This is why you always talking about the patriarchy and capitalism. You feed it. Okay? Why do you think that you are a feminist in the first place? They wanted you to work. That's what they wanted you to do. They wanted two people in the household to work versus one, right? But you hate capitalism, but you serve it.
Ooh, Lord, that's what how long I've been saying that. How y'all gonna complain about capitalism when you participate in it every day? Every day. Can't stop buying shit. Amazon don't come as much as it used to, but still in business. What's his name? Bezos is making hand over foot. They over here mad at the Met Gala because of all the people that went. But now all of a suddenly, I'm sorry. It is Carmen. Okay. Carmen over here talking about y'all participate in it every day. The girl talking about gotta go get the girl in the last video talking about gotta go get my Starbucks once a week. You're participating. What do you need that for? That's not a need. But you want it now, don't you? All the wants. That's why that girl went to Dubai, even though the dude paid for it. You think she over there not spending no money or whatever? They over here spending money like it's going out of daggone business. Sitting up here saying that for us, we supposed to be, well, not we, but black people supposed to be boycotting Target, supposed to be boycotting Asian businesses. Okay, so even if you do, you're going to go and spend it someplace else because you can't not spend. Panther Pride, thank you so much for the thumbs up. I appreciate you, hon. Child, they don't even know. Look at the people that just came back from the damn Carnival cruise. All these people is going to cruising and going to Jamaica and Shein and Temu. Temu is Amazon? Oh, okay. Temu is the new Amazon. Okay. Yeah, all that shit. First of all, it's consumerism. It's capitalism. You're spending money to help the people that you're jealous of because of how much money they make. And then it's coming from freaking Asia. Shein, Temu, Mika's. That's where it all comes from. But we're supposed to not know all that.
You would rather serve capitalism than serve your man, the man that was put here to protect you.
Yeah, but does your man make enough?
Now they're gonna be stupid. I'm a lesbian, and yet you over here man hating. So you included, biatch.
Money so that you don't have to work. This is my thing. These are, if we're talking about family units, these are two people. They get to decide what happens in their unit. And reality is, some men are not going to be able to provide all that they can. Talk about,
why do these people who want to be strong and independent why are they looking for men that provides all of everything? You wanted to be strong, you wanted to be independent, you wanted to work, and now you can do all those things. And yet they still mad, pissed, shout out to RBN, that you need to that there's a man that's not paying for everything for you. Now you looking for the tradition. You're looking for the tradition that you only want when it comes to money. Ain't that interesting? Any other time, ain't no tradition. Ain't no traditional stuff. Ain't no traditional relationships. Do what I say when I say how I say. That's it. That's all. There's your tradition. And I can do what I want. There's your tradition. then my money is my money and your money is my money, and your money better be able to pay everything up in here. And then you better do what I say when I say to do it.
Pressure. I feel like feminism was good for men because it kind of relieved them of a little bit of pressure.
It lifted everybody up.
Well,
Yeah,
but
really
it's
did.
made men so much more depressed than ever. It's made them weaker.
I think they just don't like the fact that now they see, oh, women can be as good as us because now that we're allowed to have all these rights,
Women can be as good as us, girl.
Do you have to be as good as men? Why do you have to be?
Because we live in their world. And I'm saying because we live in this world with them where they are suppressing us.
Now they're suppressing. Now you MSGs are suppressing women, child.
Bars up here. If our bar gets lifted, so does theirs. Our bar gets lifted, so does theirs.
Why do women need to be less than men?
Yeah.
Women are not less than men. They're different from men. We provide equal value, but we're different. You can't, it's no way that if you got a man that's your age, your height, whatever, he's going and you race him. You're not going to beat him. More times than not, they're going to dust you, which lets you know that you are not equal to them.
In what sport?
Not in that way. You're not equal. They're stronger. They have more logic. You're more emotional. It's just to speak to the emotion. Can try to look at it like we're not equal. We provide equal value, and men can do things that women simply can't. You have Can I ask what?
What can men do?
Oh, it started all over again. Child, they're pissing me off, but this is what we got to do to know what these heifers is doing and saying and what they look like. I'm telling you, these people be looking the same. Gargoyle alert, a nose ring here, hair, tattoos, colored hair, wild clothes. Always say, sis, don't call me sis nothing, okay? Don't call me sister, and don't call me cisgender. Don't call me none of that. I am Generation X. If you can't show respect, then get out of my face. Child, I ain't never scared, and I'm gonna tell anybody and everybody that you gonna talk to me the right damn way. Ain't no way. These people want to sit here and think that they're running shit. They're running themselves into the ground. They only hurting themselves at the end of the damn day. Because let's just say that there is this male loneliness problem, and I thought I had a video or something on that. Just say that there is this male loneliness problem. Okay, so then they'll go ahead and live their life. They don't need you, and then it transitions over to y'all. Because y'all are the ones that's worried about what they are doing. Why are you worrying about somebody that ain't worried about you? Like the last lady we was just watching. Why? And it's always, why aren't you doing this for women? Why aren't you saying this about women? Who said that's not their responsibility? You do it. You strong and independent. You got all the answers. You do it. You do it. Always waiting for someone to do something for your ass. And then it happens to be a man. And then if they don't do it, then you toss out the insults, the toxic masculinity, the misogyny, when all yours are misandrous at the end of the day. Let's be honest. You're just practicing misandry. We know what it is. We know what it is. I'll say it. That's okay. I don't care. I don't care because it is what it is. If y'all can say misogyny, then I can say misandrous. If y'all can sit here and make a whole video about hating men, then I can say misandrous because that's what it is. And y'all like it, but you're still worrying about what the hell they doing. If you don't like it, then why do you care what they're doing? And don't come for people that actually do care about men and appreciate them just because you don't. You can call all the names in the book. It don't change shit. It ain't going to change my mind. It ain't going to change my mindset because you all matter not to me. You, not y'all. You are the ones that be trying to convince other people. Why don't you just believe in what you believe in and move your punk asses on? And whoever wants to follow your train will get behind you and follow you. How about that? Nope. You got to recruit and then you got to lambast people that don't think the way that you think. There's so many people doing it, and it's mainly and mostly on a liberal, progressive, and democratic side because it always comes back to that. Because you know damn well weird ass, crazy ass people ain't acting like this on a conservative Republican side. And child, ain't nobody got time for your foolishness. No one is living their life to be with chaotic people. Maybe some of y'all are. I know I'm not. I don't care. I don't care. It's still your responsibility. You're still an adult at the end of the way. You're still an adult at the end of the day. Let me help you out because you clearly don't know how to shut the fuck up. I help all of y'all out, okay? because you don't have to be here, because you ain't no different. Even if you're a man that sits up here and thinks that those people on the left make any sense, that's fine. That's fine. As long as you leaving everybody else alone, you are welcome to do whatever the hell you want. But when you come up here and you start just throwing out names, you are a bitch ass. I don't care who you are. If the best you have to offer to a conversation is to call names, you are a bitch ass, because you have the opportunity to participate in this conversation like every damn body else. But anyway, so yeah, that's the last one as far as that's concerned. Let me do the tonight's and then we are done, because I'm hungry, because I'm not intermittent fasting. Okay, I'm gonna eat. Y'all know I'm gonna eat. Panther Pride, I thank you for the jewels. Thank you so much. Shout out to all of y'all. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Let me go over here to this lady. Oh, Lord. It says she built him up, but he married someone else. Child, don't let that lady from just a second ago see this, child. It would be a mess.
In a relationship. But if you meet a guy and you got a lace front on, fingernails, eyelashes, some makeup, and you dress a certain type of way or whatever, and then you get to dating, and then I don't like wigs. I don't like fake lashes. I don't like how you dress. So when does it come to, do you really like me?
He could have just went and found somebody else. You got to be careful. Sometimes that man doesn't like you. He likes the idea of you. Mm-hmm. And so when it gets to a point of I have to change my personality, my voice, my core traits, that's not me compromising. That's a person who is controlling who I am. And the problem is when you meet a person like that, they are never going to be satisfied. So when you satisfy them in that one moment, the target is going to keep on moving. Now I don't like this about you. Now I don't like this about you. You have to be careful when it comes to I have to abandon myself to satisfy you. Don't never put yourself in a situation, because that is not what compromising is. That is self-abandonment. Those two are different. Now, yeah, maybe maybe you can say, okay, I'll keep my lashes and stuff, but I ain't gonna wear the lace wigs. All right, cool. But now if we have to change everything about me, do you really like me?
Yeah.
Or is it just the idea? Or are you one of those people who get a high off of being in control?
Do I gotta explain?
No.
When it is good, she'll change religions, career fields, everything. We talking about some hair. Yes, daddy is the only response when he laying, paying, and spraying. You feel me? If you not trying to go ponytail, natural, get your edges back, it's not good enough.
While it is true that you should not have to change yourself to be with a person, it is also true that sometimes people can love you into loving yourself more. There's been times where the old version of me, I could not go outside without makeup. I could not go outside without weave. I could not go outside unless I was dressed a certain way and presenting a certain way. And then I met the right person that spoke to my natural beauty, which made me feel more comfortable to transform into a woman that can lock her real hair and wear her bare face and not always have to have on lashes. Sometimes when a man loves you, because all of the makeup and shit that we do for ourselves, but the way that a man's face lights up when they see you in your raw form, sometimes we think that they coming at us because, oh, you're trying to change this about me. Nah, sometimes they just think you're the most beautiful woman ever.
As mature women, we want to compromise in a relationship.
All right. All right. So this question is, after they got together, he asked her to get rid of the spiders, the makeup, and the weave, right? So all that gobbledygook that they was talking, Kitty and the other girl, it's like, just get to the point. Why are you staying, and why are you even bothering if it's not what you want and you want to do and you think that it's wrong? You really got to come to this show to ask these people what you should do, because the man that you've been seeing, mind you, that they do not know one bit. They don't know one bit. And you want them to tell you what you should do for your man. Didn't we ask a question similar to this yesterday? Oh, the lady came up here and said, oh, what can I do for my man to let him know that I appreciate him? And Nicole and Trent is like, you need to ask him. How come they don't do that? Why they come out here to these outside sources? And this show is no better than listening to the girl that we was just listening to try to get advice from. You might as well make your own damn mistakes. You might as well make your own damn mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Make your own decisions, and then the results are yours, and you can't blame nobody else, right? Nope, that's crazy talk, child. That's crazy talk. If that's how you came and that's how he met you, and then he was like, oh, well, I think you should get rid of this, this, and this, then why don't you just say, well, we've been seeing each other for 6 months. Now all of a sudden it's an issue. But at the same time, I do agree with what the Neanderthal was saying, that the D ain't that good, because y'all already know if that's banging, they'll do it. Say I'm lying. If the D is that good and he asks for something to get done, it'll get done, okay? I promise you.
But if you meet a guy and you got a lace front on, fingernails, eyelashes, some makeup, and you dress a certain type of way or whatever, and then you get to dating, and then I don't like wigs. I don't like fake lashes. I don't like how you dress. So when does it come to, do you really like me?
He could have just went and found somebody else.
Could have.
You got to be careful. Sometimes.
And she could have went and found somebody else.
That man doesn't like you. He likes the idea of you. And so when it gets to a point.
What the hell does that mean? He likes the idea of you. Anybody, Bueller? He likes the idea of you. What the hell does that even mean? Child.
If I have to change my personality, my voice, my core traits, that's not me compromising. That's a person who is controlling who I am. And the problem is when you meet a person like that, they are never going to be satisfied. So when you satisfy them in that one moment, the target is going to keep on moving. Now I don't like this about you. Now I don't like this about you. You have to be careful when it comes to I have to abandon myself to satisfy you. Don't never put yourself in a situation because that is not what compromising is. That is self-abandonment. Those two are different.
Compromising and self-abandonment. There you go. Compromising is one thing. I agree. Compromising is one thing. Child, these people can't even get to compromising. These people can't even get to compromising. Can you imagine trying to compromise with someone, first of all, that can't stand men, but second of all, says that it's a problem if you got to cook or clean or wash clothes or anything that has to do with keeping a house? Like you do live in this house, right? We do live in this house together, right? What is the problem? Because even though, like, in my experience, even though, and no one has ever said this to me because I've only lived with one person, my husband, but I don't think that you get together and then you say you got to cook and you clean, you know what I'm saying? And then they turn around and be like sitting on the couch waiting for you to cook and clean and rub their feet. It might happen, but 9 times out of 10, these people probably already clearly know how to do that and will be doing it too. So to get stuck on some shit that you already do and make that be the sticking point as to why you don't get married, like can people get beyond that? Can people get beyond that part of the conversation? Are you gonna be here with me if my foot gets amputated on after I cared for you when you had a stroke? That's probably a better question if you ask me. Nope. What, Reaper, no feet? Yeah, LeVar Ball with only one foot now. If I'm not mistaken, it was a foot that was taken off, and his wife is now gone. After he sat there and took care of her and worked her through her stroke. If you got a person like that, I mean, I don't know how you would know that, but that's the shit that you should be asking about. Are you going to be able to care for me? God forbid if something happens. Are you going to leave me? What do you think about this? Because these things can happen, especially as you get older. Obviously, it can happen at any time. Anything can happen at any time. But the older you get, the odds are that you could get some sort of ailments. You know what I mean? So does this seem like a person who would be there for you, to be able to care for you, to be able to help you, to be able to support you? These people never even get to those types of words, right? If you need me, I'm here for you. Like I took the time off when Mr. Messi had some issues. I took the time off from work. We gotta do this. This is what we gotta do. This is what gotta be done. That's it. That's all. These heifers won't even do that. You can't even get to that part. You won't even take care of the person that you allegedly supposed to care for. That's the type of stuff that's important, if you ask me. Yeah, it's important that you work. Yeah, it's important that you have income. Do you have to pay every single bill in the house? Absolutely not. But when you really are together, at least for Generation X, your shit gets mixed together anyway. So you don't know what money is whom's. You take out what you take out. The rest of it is for the whole household, and everything gets paid. Some men do the paying. Some women do the paying, whoever pays the bills or whatever, like physically actually pays it. But the shit is all together. Everybody got access to it. But people are so untrustworthy today. Y'all can't even get to that point. I don't even ever seen it get into that point because people just don't trust each other. I don't know, solutions or whatever. I just am observing what I hear and what I see. Shout out to Mike Love with another 10. I appreciate you. He said, I don't think women who wear a lot of makeup, hair, hats, and nails know their attitude, demeanor is different when they're not all dialed up. It becomes like dating two women. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe it is a thing. I don't think that I do that. But I've never had any complaints. So I just wear wigs, but that's because I have to. But anything else, child, because you know, if like I had hair one time that was looking crazy, child. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Like some years ago, I got this weave put in, and it was like a off purple color. I think I told y'all this, and I saw it, and I said, "Oh hell no, oh hell no," because I'm very much conservative in the manner of I'm not gonna be looking one way today, another way tomorrow, and a different way on Thursday. When you see me, for the most part, I am the same. I am the same. It's not gonna be anything wild and crazy, right? I said no and took it out same day, took it right out the same damn day. It doesn't even matter what it costs. I said no. Then I think about stuff like, how am I going to be perceived at work? Because that makes a difference. Are they going to take me seriously if I walk up in here with purple ass hair? Probably not. And if I'm trying to move on at the time, then I better do something that makes more sense. Other people think that that's racist, or they think that that's, you know, something stupid. And it's like, I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking about my family, and I'm thinking about my livelihood. So you can think what you want. But I think I need to do what I need to do in order to make sure that this family continues to grow and move forward and not put it in jeopardy. I don't know that other people think that way. So that's thinking in advance, down the line. Like I've said plenty of times, these people don't think about that. They don't. Because if they did, then they wouldn't be saying some of the things that that last lady was saying. You know what I mean? Everything is just no men. That's how you can tell she a feminist for real, for real. No men, except if they're a roommate and you can get some money from them. Because basically that's what it boils down to. As usual. Always about money, child. Always about money. But make sure that you go and eat. Go get your makeup from Dollar Tree. So she don't want to support no black business? Because I go straight to Fenty for everything. If I decide to get anything, makeup or anything, which I don't wear makeup, but if I get a lip gloss, it's coming straight for Fenty. Oh, but this last one I got from Dior, though. Look at this. This is so cute. This is so cute. It don't stay on long. So just because you get one of these name brand things, don't even make them better. I do better with Fenty. This lip gloss does not stay on as long as Fenty does. And nothing stays on as long as Vaseline, okay? One of y'all was talking about my Vaseline. Don't talk about my Vaseline, okay? Because I'm always going to have some Vaseline because, child, my lips could get dry. And ain't nobody got time to be looking crusty, dusty, and musty. Y'all got a lock on that, not me. I'm just playing, child. I'm just playing. Anyway, shout out to Kofa. I appreciate you, hon. I didn't even know you were still here. He said, LeVar Ball is a perfect example of why so many men don't want to get married. If that's the end result, why do it? No one can predict it, but somehow everyone seems to know what men need to do. Of course. No, you can't predict it. You can't predict it. And honestly, as long as, in my opinion, if people don't want to be together, then they shouldn't be together. I got to be honest with you. If you do, there's no point in forcing something. If you aren't satisfied and you're not getting what you want, it doesn't make sense. As I sit and I look at people sometimes, whether I'm on a cruise ship, whether I'm in a store, and you know, men go shopping with their wives, and then they sit in these chairs just looking miserable, or just sit in places, and I just be looking like, are you even happy, sir? You're supposed to be on vacation. You don't even look like you want to be here. Or even sometimes a woman look like, do you even want to be here? Like, why are you even on this trip? You know, just be looking miserable. Why? Just don't. But even if you do get divorced, right? It doesn't mean that you have to take care of everything from the other person. It doesn't have to be mean and miserable and hateful and all that stuff. And even though LeVar said that, I think it was 2 years ago, he's hinting that she found somebody else. That's what I feel like I heard, is that she may have found someone else. So that's why it was like, bye. We had a good run, which he's all right with it. He's hurt. Don't get it twisted. I definitely feel like he's hurt. But he said, if that's what she wants to do, which is what I say, if I make you miserable, if you're not happy when you think about me, or when you see me, or you don't smile, or when you see me, you're miserable, your stomach hurts, you turn your nose up and stuff like that, please leave. Just please leave. It's okay. It's okay. There's no point in living like that, because life ain't that long. And child, don't be wasting years unnecessarily. These people wasting beginning years where they should be able to get everything that they want. Not this lady, and not Kitty, and not this lady talking. But I'm talking about them girls on the that Jubilee show or whatever, sitting up here just wasting time being whores and thinking that they hate men. Well, what do you have to look forward to later on in your life? Like, what are y'all gonna do? Y'all really think that this is it? This is how you're supposed to be brought into this feminism shit? And how does that help you? Because y'all look crazy to me from a Generation Xer. Y'all look crazy, but y'all like it. We love it. But when you get on this TikTok and when you get on this social media and you start crying, this is why I have no empathy or sympathy. I know these people. I know women. I don't care what nobody say. I know biatches, and they don't give a damn. If it's something that they want, they going for it. It don't matter at the end of the day. So as soon as they ready to finally get married, attitude will change. Attitude will change. I'm just saying. Anyway. Yeah, so I got you. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. I don't even care. I don't even care about this no more, child. I've had enough.
Thanks for the tip.
I gotta eat. I'm hungry. And I got a full clothes. Oh my God. I'm about to go and fold the clothes because there's a lot to fold because everything's washed. Panther, thank you so much for the jewels. I appreciate you, boo. Shout out to RBN. Thank you, hun. He said, in order for her to find someone else, that means she was actively searching. Always. They be lying. Whoever said earlier in the chat, just let them talk. These biatches be lying. These biatches be lying. I'm telling you. This is all for them. This is all for them. Because it's this fake sisterhood. You know there's no sisterhood. There's no sisterhood. There's none. There's none. Most of the people that we've been following and watching with these situations with these boyfriends or significant others or husbands or whatever that have been taking their girlfriends out and their babies, where's all the outrage? None. Where are all the boycotts? None. Where's all the support? None. Where are all the people coming through? None. Child, they busy down there either dealing with ICE, if they still doing that, dealing with ICE, or they down there dealing with Carmelo. That's where everybody's time is at. Child, gone. We be watching. Most of the people that any of the illegals have taken on up out of here were women and children, and yet they fighting to keep them here. Child, go on. Have at it. These people, let them talk. They tell on themselves. Right? Yeah, mine does too. But I got to do the, the sheets and all that type of stuff, towels, all that type of stuff. I do all that type of stuff. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot after a few days. But anyway, that's all I got, y'all. I'm getting a headache. Anyway, shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate you. Regular, degular, smegulars, all the new subscribers. I see y'all subscribing. I appreciate you. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. It's 1:30. I'll put out videos. I probably won't be back today. I probably will not do another live stream today, but definitely tomorrow. I might do early morning since I'm going to do a 7 o'clock tomorrow with Jeff. We'll see. Be on the lookout. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. Shout out to all of y'all that made it this long. If you're on for a replay, shout out to you. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Hype the video if it's an option. Make sure you comment. I see you all in the